On stove. Yeah.
The bottle of
It's
booze.
gonna be hot, I think.
Bottle of whiskey.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No.
we are here. Not Cool in High School, the Patreon episode #1. I hope this is working. Oh Jesus Christ! This has gone off the rails already.
Is it broke? Did you break
I
it?
hope there was audio.
I just want to check real quick to see if this is working.
Where's Jen? Where's Jen at?
Can you hear my crinkling?
Jen, come back. Come
So
back.
if you're on Patreon, it is available.
Come back, Jen.
Let me.
I can't put these. I'm trapped.
Where do you put them? We'll tell you where to put them. Just kidding.
I'm just gonna sit right here.
Just kidding.
I want to put my headphones on so I can hear the crinkles.
All right.
Is it working? Do we know?
That looks hot.
I don't know
There's
how to tell.
fire.
Spicy.
We are live. We're just gonna go. If someone sees it, cool. If it's working, it should be working. I checked the Patreon; it's all there.
Watch
Can you fix it if not?
Dun, dun, dun.
So we're good. Everything's good. We have Doritos for you going. If you're here, if you watch
Lady's
this
so
later,
wet.
you can check it later. If you're someone who subscribes to the Patreon later, you can
Yeah,
always
that
check the
walk.
replays too, which is convenient.
Yes.
Are you done? You're about to kick off the show. First episode.
She's doing great.
I'm done. I'm good.
All right. Listen. Snacks are involved. Heidi's pumped. All
We were
right.
talking about lady.
Yeah, she's all wet.
Yeah, she's so
It's
wet. My
raining
pant
now.
leg
I
is
said she
wet
got
now.
that up.
So we all got up to use the bathroom before last episode.
Now we're all giddy.
And I took Lady outside.
Lady's a dog.
And
so-
full disclosure, me and Lady both peed in the yard, and it's raining out, so I may be a little. If you see little water spots on me, that's from my outdoor pee.
I pissed on myself.
Yeah.
Because it's dark in the
His
night.
monkey.
Full
This is why you
His
guys
hand
pay for
monkey.
this bonus content.
Lady
You hear about our pee stories.
I hope you enjoy the content so far for your $5. Hope it's worth
Someone
it.
goes, I want more of that piss stuff. Okay.
Well, then
You
only
got-
fans
you're
for
getting
that
your
one.
money's worth already.
Yeah. So here we are, first episode of Patreon.
Bonus.
We want to thank Keith, Jen, and Austin for being the 3 Patreon people. Thank you so
First
much.
3. Yeah.
Thank you.
Setting the trend. It's awesome. Like personally, you guys can hear from you. They can attest. I'm usually asleep before Heidi goes up for bed. I was up probably another 2 hours after Heidi went to work, just working on the script, and like I'm really taking this. I'm not like saying I'm not. I wasn't taking it seriously before, but now that people are willing to give their hard-earned money to this to another level, I'm gonna work harder at it. Like you know what I mean? And I'm sure you guys are as well. But it means a lot. Like. We take time away from family and friends to do this, and the fact that you guys enjoyed enough to support us means the world. And we want to make sure that this is content that is valuable and that you guys would enjoy. But we still stay true to ourselves. We don't want to go too overboard and overproduce and make it something that it wasn't because you paid because you liked what we did before. But we want to take it to another level, and that's what we're trying to do here. And we thank you guys so much. So
Wow.
yeah,
So much.
So this
so
will
much.
be our Wonder Woman 1984 review. Bonus.
Yes. Bonus episode Wonder Woman 1984.
So this is episode 1.
Bonus.
This will be episode Patreon episode 1.
Ah, there we go. Patreon.
Now the question is, do you guys as Patreon users want this to stay exclusive forever, or would you say a month or a week or 3 weeks it can be available to everybody? That's your call.
Yeah.
I'm cool with this staying exclusive forever, but if you're cool with this becoming available to everybody later, you can say in the chat or say to us in the Patreon page. It's cool because Patreon's kind of set up like a Facebook thing. You can make.
I never
posts.
looked at it.
I
You
never
I
did
wonder how
either.
that works.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get
The only way you
bonus
guys
shows?
can get access to it is if I give you the email, like the access,
Mhm.
or if you subscribe.
Oh, okay.
But if you do that, it is set up like a thread board. Well, like you can make a post and everything's in there. So I actually can show you real quick. So this is the Patreon page. So if you go to the network,
Mhm.
like this is our banner. It says the network, how much we're making. It says welcome to the network. And if you scroll down, that's our I made that
Hey.
post saying about the thing,
That's a picture from the first.
saying
one.
hello. And then if you're on the Patreon right now, you see Not Cool in High School Patreon 1. You click
Oh.
on it.
Then we'll get Inception though. Don't click on it. See?
And there we are. That's
Oh,
our
God.
and people can watch it straight from the Patreon page.
Oh, that's
so
great.
that's pretty
Cool.
neat. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do Wonder Woman 1984.
First off, how great is it to watch?
I loved it.
I've been saying that for years. Or to watch the theater's cool. You don't
I
have to
would
get
have
rid of it,
rathered it.
but also give me
theater.
I like
also
to
give me the option to watch them.
Sure, I
Yeah.
understand giving them both.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for that theater, I wouldn't have this awesome
That is
Wonder
a
Woman
cool-
cup
that is a cool
that
cup.
had a little character on the top.
Oh.
And you had the choice between her in a regular outfit or in the gold outfit.
Ooh.
I chose the
Oh.
gold one because I figured they'd make less of that.
Yeah.
I like the theater.
I
still.
thought it would have been Wonder Woman
Yeah.
or Cheetah.
Mm-mm.
if the choice, I will probably watch movies in my house for the rest of the time.
Well, you can do that now with HBO.
Yeah,
They're going to
because-
do that.
It's like the only time I like to leave my house.
Now, if the
Yeah.
theater was
I
closer,
love the theaters.
Yeah.
once an hour away, it's kind of
Yeah, that makes
Yeah, but you
it
make a
fun.
day of it.
yeah,
make
you
the-
can.
the
Yeah, I
event
mean, it's cool to
of-
go with friends, but give me the option.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
So this is
I did not like that it was not released at midnight. They made you wait till noon the next day. Fucking
Oh, really?
midnight.
it was. I'll tell
I
you
think
what,
I think it was the first one they did though. So
Yeah.
I think maybe.
I think it
Yeah,
was kind
maybe.
of cool. I did fall asleep for the first half, so I had to rewatch the first half, and then
Yeah.
But I
We started watching Die Hard, and then somebody put Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman on. So, but it was kind of
Yeah.
cool because there's a few members in my family who are movie buffs,
Mhm.
and they're like, man, we really want to watch Wonder Woman. So like we had Christmas dinner, and then we all went in the living room and
we
we
took
watched.
a nap.
And I
took a
fell
nap.
asleep. I took up one whole couch, and and Wonder Woman was on, and my uncle was watching Wonder Woman.
Mhm.
He was excited Christmas Day to watch this movie.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to release on Christmas Day, but
Yeah,
midnight. Because I got up early. I got 6
Yeah.
o'clock. I'm gonna watch it.
not
Like,
that.
oh no, I'm not.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's odd that they did it at noon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everybody does
Usually it's-
midnight release.
It's midnight, or it's
Whatever.
like sometimes Hulu does like 2 in the morning. Or
Yeah.
something.
Maybe
Yeah.
future ones that aren't Christmas
Maybe.
will
yeah.
be the midnight. Maybe they were like, all right,
I think
people
they're
are going
trying to
bed,
figure it
and,
all
like, They
out,
got
yeah.
other things going on
Yeah.
and stuff. Mm.
So Wonder Woman 1984 is a 2020 film. It released on Christmas on HBO Max, and it was also released in theaters. It will be on HBO Max, I think, for a few more weeks, and then
I'm not
it's
sure how long. Yeah.
and then it leaves HBO Max. It will be exclusive to theaters, and then comes back in a month or two.
Oh, and then
to
probably by that time Blu-rays will be out.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm soon.
which I will buy on Blu-ray because I am now. I'm dead set that I am collecting, not all, but DC.
Okay.
DC stuff. I'm not
I
gonna go
usually
and buy
get mostly all the superhero ones, but I fall behind.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go and buy every TV show.
Yeah.
Not doing that. I want to get the original. I had the original 1996 Batman. I'd like to get the original
Flash?
Superman movies,
Okay.
and then the original Linda Carter Wonder Woman. And
Yeah,
I think I'm good with that.
That's a nice box set.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not
That's very
very
nice.
expensive either.
No, it's not.
It was a PG-13 movie, and it lasted 2 hours and 31 minutes.
Too
I
long.
didn't realize it was that
It
long.
was
Yeah.
Diana must contend with work, colleague, businessman whose desire extreme wealth sends the world down a path of destruction. After an ancient artifact grants the wishes. Where am I at? Grant's wishes goes missing. So the movie starts off, with Wonder Woman, and she's now in 1984.
No.
No, sorry.
Way
Sorry.
earlier than that.
Yes.
She's a child,
She's a child, and she goes through the like the Olympic games that they go through.
which they say she cheated. But I don't think she
Yeah.
did,
I didn't think she did either.
because
I disagree.
as a hero, sometimes you have to think outside the box.
Yeah.
She lost her horse and was ready to do
she
whatever
lost
she
her
did.
horse
True.
because she was
to
too
win.
worried about the people behind her
Yeah.
instead of looking
I mean,
forward.
That's fine,
but
but-
she took a different path. That's what
right?
they said she
And that's
cheated.
why.
She
Yeah.
didn't hit the checkpoint.
Yeah.
So what? You
If
skip some
you're playing
checkpoints
if
and
you're
you
playing
win.
a racing
But
game
hey-
and you skip a checkpoint, it doesn't count.
She was a 10-year-old, and the rest of them were like
Right.
25.
Right.
That's what I'm trying
She
to
killed
say.
it.
Like she thought
did,
outside
yeah.
the box to be like, I lost my horse. Do I
Mhm.
stand here and do
Sulk.
nothing?
Yeah.
Or do I slide down this
And
and get my horse back?
Yeah.
exactly. I was confused as to what that had to do with the rest of the movie. Though.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's
It's cool,
It's just her.
but I
right.
was like,
It
Yeah,
set
it's
up
just like
it
her-
set up the post credit scene.
you can't.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because the
They
the
don't-
armor could have did that as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
You're
could have
right, 'cause
got
they talked
rid
about
of the
that.
whole beginning.
Well, the
and
girl who
the movie would have been maybe
the
maybe
lady
better?
who isn't the lady who told her no, the character later on.
No.
older?
No, she was what's her name?
the hero in the
Not
gold suit.
Antipathy. What?
The hero in the gold
The
suit.
skip ahead when she shows the suit.
You're
and
right,
then
you're right,
Steve
you're right,
Trevor. What's her name?
Yeah.
Azera or something.
Yeah.
That was Zara, and it was a hint. I've been doing this for a long time because she was Wonder Woman in the '60s or the '70s.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
That was
thought it
cool. I thought
cute.
that was
Yeah,
was
I
good.
thought it was really cool. But
the,
I really
the
like
end credit
that,
scene
yeah.
was awesome.
All right, so I'm glad that I'm not
Jumped
the
ahead,
only
yeah.
one that didn't.
Well,
that
I don't
didn't see a
think we're gonna
connection.
fall frame by frame. So.
Now the
Yeah,
thing
I
is
didn't
here
see a
is
connection. Yeah.
the movie overall was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought it was
Well,
really good.
We'll give our like 1 out of 10 at the end.
Yeah, but it left a lot of open questions.
It
And
did.
not always for a good thing. Sometimes it's good if a movie's like, man, I can't wait for the next one because I want to know this. This one left a lot of open end things just when it came to the plot of the movie.
Yes, and the whole thing where like, I think they went to him and said, you can be connected to the DC universe or not. It's your choice.
Yeah.
Because if Wonder Woman fought in the fucking White House, I think Batman would know about it. Yes, he was a kid at the time, but he
I-
could have been able to look back and see
Or Superman.
Yeah. Superman was around. He was a child too, but I mean, Martian Manhunter, because he's in Justice League, so he would have existed, so he would have seen it. So I know that
The
the
Wish
movie
made
came
it
out after,
possible.
but like Batman would have had enough knowledge, world's greatest detective, to get the camera footage of her fighting in the mall, and he would be like, "Huh."
Yeah, but she destroyed all the cameras.
Yeah, did she?
Mm.
Did she
She
destroy
did.
all the cameras in the White House?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but in the mall she
And
did.
when she
Yeah.
talked to the entire world, did they all forget?
Maybe.
That's what I was
'Cause
thinking.
it all kind of reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it
because it all went
reversed.
back to normal.
When the wishes were taken back, I believe that
But
everything was
If
canceled.
it all went back to
Mhm.
her, she still fought in the mall.
yeah. But she covered up all
Well,
those
well,
All
cameras.
those people would have said something to the tabloid.
if you could-
Warrior woman in mall saves child.
Yeah, but did they know?
If
that
you
well,
look at,
not that it was Wonder Woman, but and also, did she fucking stay dormant for 70 years?
but Batman also did have a file on her and had footage of her fighting.
Yeah, he
In
did.
Justice
It
League.
was hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah. So
Well,
he
just-
had
so some-
he had footage
you
of her.
have to put it like in Batman Super Superman. They're like, who's that? He would know.
Well, he knew. He
Did
knew
he?
it was Wonder Woman.
yeah, he knew she
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Because if before
He
when
had that photo and stuff.
yeah, because when
Mhm.
Batman
Mhm.
sets
He
up
had a
the
file.
Justice League movie in Batman and Superman, when he sets up Justice League, he has a file on every single person
Mhm.
already.
Yeah.
A pretty
Yeah.
in-depth
So
file.
After Wonder Woman 1, I understand that this movie came out before, but
Yeah.
first pictures he would have found probably in the 80s.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't connect.
Um.
They also do not mention Gotham City, Metropolis, anything DC related at all.
Yeah.
They only mention Wonder Woman.
It didn't.
Kind of
Cheetah,
okay,
Maxwell
though.
Lord.
It didn't leave
Yeah,
much
I think
time.
that's okay.
No, there's zero tie-in.
Yeah. Which I think when people compare the DC and Marvel universes, Marvel would have snuck more in there to
Mhm.
lead you to.
But with
Couldn't-
this particular movie, it was all based around a wish.
Yeah.
So her losing her powers meant, oh, she's gonna lose them forever because you knew in Batman vs Superman that she obviously has them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like you can only do so much, which is why I'm not a big fan of those kind of prequel movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where
there
it's
you-
like you obviously know they survive or whatever because
Mhm.
there's another
like,
movie.
like that Star Wars, Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron. Yeah.
You know they're all going to die because they ain't in the original ones. Like,
Right.
have been out for years. So it's like,
Yeah. Another big criticism, we're kind of jumping around. It was the fact that the special effects didn't look very good.
Some
Really?
of them were a little
I
lame
heard-
looking.
I
Some,
was
some
fine
looked
with
really
them.
good. Some
Yeah, I thought
looked
they
a
were
little.
Now, here's my take.
What didn't you like? Let me ask you that because I'm super picky on special effects and I didn't really
Okay.
see
Sometimes
anything.
Cheetah
that,
looked
like,
a little too
I thought they were okay.
So
video game.
I was talking more or less
Okay.
like her running.
Yeah, her running looked a little awkward sometimes. Sometimes
But-
when she would whip her lasso
Yes.
into nothing and swing, I'm like,
So you know what I took that as? I took that as an homage to the 1960s special effects. When Linda Carter would run down the street.
like, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
I,
I mean,
think that's what they were going
maybe
for.
it was unintended.
Yeah. Like the whole time watching it, I woke up, I was like, oh, they're trying
mean,
to do the 1960s
Yeah.
look.
I mean, it isn't like watching CGI from the early 2000s.
Yes.
It isn't
Yeah.
that bad.
I think it looked
it
good
up-
for its time, but
Yeah.
you could tell they were paying homage to the old school look of the Linda Carter.
I don't know.
That's what I thought too,
I
because
think-
the invisible plane and then the plane was visible.
Like when
and
she when
learned how to
she's running and
fly.
she's going really fast and everything looked kind of cheesy behind her.
yeah.
It reminded me.
Was
of
it or was it unintentionally?
I didn't notice
like,
that at all.
Ooh.
Notice it either.
Yeah.
I thought it was all good.
And normally I rip things apart like nuts.
Yeah.
The costume was awesome though.
Costume's
I like
good.
that
costume design
spider.
was very
Now
good.
you're a comic book guy.
Yeah.
The gold suit. Let's talk about that.
It's different armor that he gets. Like it's some like ancient warrior's armor. It's just it doesn't really have special powers. It's just like an armor, but it shouldn't fall apart when you fight somebody for the first fucking time and they're just clawing at it and your wings are no.
Yeah.
That was extremely
Yeah,
It was all
but
her armor
it doesn't really have a
again.
name. I think it's a Wonder Woman 16 or something in the 80s. It came out. That was her first. Like they called it the Screaming Chicken because it looks like a chicken head that's screaming.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
It's great.
So it just she in the Justice League game for a regular Xbox. She gets it. Then it's like when you beat the game, you get her alternate. You get but she doesn't get any extra powers. It's just
Yeah.
like protective armor. It's like when Batman wears his big metal suit to fight.
So the Superman Buster, yeah. And then people were confused about the cheetah, but cheetah there's 4 different cheetahs.
Yeah, there's a bunch of.
Yeah.
She's Barbara Minerva. She came out in the 80s, and I think she gets there's like a god called Urskataga, and she gets stabbed by the dagger, and then he possesses her, and that's what turns her into cheetah. So it's a little bit different. Okay, I get it. No big deal. I didn't
Yeah.
really. It didn't bother me.
I didn't mind the backstory of cheetah this
No.
time.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Oh,
mind it
thought
at all.
was good.
Because most of the cheaters cheetah is just really, really jealous of what Wonder Woman
Yeah.
has.
And the first one, it was just a lady that wore a cheetah outfit. She had
Yeah.
no powers. So
It was a little strange.
yeah. I think her
Um,
name was like something like Patience something, or I forget.
Yeah. What did we think of what's it? Lord
Maxwell Lord. So
Maxwell
in the
Lord.
comics, Maxwell Lord has mind control powers, not telepathy or he can control people's minds.
Yeah.
Like so he can tell them what to do. So he kind of had that once he got the wish thing,
Yeah.
and every time he uses powers, his nose would bleed. Which in the movie start getting more and more fucked up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they kind of
I
did
thought
that.
he was a good villain though.
He
I
was
thought
a
he
good
was pretty
villain.
good. He's also
Yeah.
the Mandalorian.
I thought he was
Yeah.
good.
I like him better as Mandalorian.
I was expecting the god to show up though. That he was bleeding,
Yeah,
barely falling
yeah.
apart. That you would see some glimpse of that god because she didn't really mention that.
Ares.
No. This is a different god. It was
Oh.
like god of tricks and all that
Yeah.
stuff that she read about in that Mayan book. That I was expecting to see something because Ares being a god of war and stuff in the
Mhm.
first one, I was expecting to see another Greek.
That's
god.
why I thought-
Was she
show
talking
up.
Loki?
No, because
Loki's-
Loki would be Norse.
Yeah,
I
Norse.
think it's
and they're
Hermes.
probably not
Hermes,
gonna say,
not
Hermes,
mistaken.
yeah.
and they're not gonna say Loki in the same.
Well, they
Yeah.
can't.
They
yeah.
can.
I mean, they can.
because
Well, true. He's
Because
mythology.
Loki's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
but
trademark.
why would you?
No, I thought he was a good villain.
He was.
I think a lot of people were disappointed in the villains, but I thought the way they did it was interesting. It wasn't like any other movie where I kind of like the fact that she had to battle two things at one time,
Mhm.
as well as her personal life. I thought that was interesting the way they handled it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was good to see her really vulnerable because you don't usually see her vulnerable. She's a very strong woman and, pretty much kind of like, Superman, not really, she's never really weak. But you got to see like her weak on all kind of fronts this time.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
really
I
gave
think
her a
the
lot
only thing that people had a
depth.
problem with in Wonder Woman 1, they couldn't do as much with her when it came to fight scenes because she was pregnant.
Oh,
I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
So they held a lot back when it comes to what they were able to do with her in Justice League and Wonder
Mhm.
Woman.
No, that was Justice League. She was pregnant.
She
No, it was
she
Wonder
Woman.
Yeah,
I
she was
thought it was
pregnant with Wonder
Justice
Woman. So they held a little bit of back of what she was able. And then in this movie, where you finally had an opportunity now to showcase her, you take her powers away.
And there
So-
wasn't much fighting, really.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
and
It
a
was
lot.
light on the action.
It was very light in the action until the end, and then you got a fight scene in the White House, and then a fight scene.
okay. I'm gonna pause you there. Weren't you the same person who said you don't need a movie to make a good
no,
movie?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying what people said. Like that's what
No, I know.
that's what a lot of the critiques were from people.
In the
that-
comic, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, she's gonna do it. She goes up to Maxwell Lords because he's mind controlling Superman and he's controlling the planet, and she fucking breaks his neck. And I'm like, yeah. And I thought it was gonna happen, and then she just talks, and I was like, okay, I get it, because they said no one dies in this movie, which
Yeah.
I'm okay with. But I was like, well, look how she breaks his neck.
Yeah,
So I really want to see.
She
It. I thought that
is-
would lead to the third movie,
yeah.
where they're like, oh, can we trust Wonder Woman?
Yeah, where Batman and Superman in the comics are always very virtuous, where we're not going to kill the person, except Superman and Man of Steel snaps
yeah,
to his
yeah,
neck,
yeah.
which I kind of like. Like someone needs to be that person. Like, these aren't brave enough to do it. I'll do it,
And that's kind of how it was in the comic.
and that's kind of Wonder Woman. We need him dead. Like you know what I mean? Like she comes from a culture where all the time, and Wonder Woman's like dead. All right, can we move on? Next villain, please. You know what I mean? Like. I want to see that next step in Wonder Woman. I want to see more of a badass, you know?
I think it's too dark. I think it'll be too dark.
A lot
Yeah.
of DC comics are though.
No. I mean, for the movie, like I like that it was light,
Yeah.
like colorful and stuff.
It was
I feel
very
like
colorful.
if you go this route, the world will be Dark Cloud,
Yeah.
and it'll be a lot of gray.
She's still very positive,
black.
but when it
I
comes
get
down to make the
that.
hard decisions, she's usually one to do it.
right, and I
Yeah.
completely get that. But seeing her snap a neck or something on screen,
It might be too much.
it might be pushing a line.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah, she might be the enforcer to take care of stuff, but I don't know if they would go that.
Because a lot of the Justice League
Well-
comics, she's usually the one that says, all right, I'm done fucking pussyfooting around with this villain. It's time to fucking do some work. You know what I mean? Like, where Superman and Batman are kind of like, oh my God, what do we like? And she just kind of steps in and just like, I'm going to take care of this. And that's what makes her part of the Trinity. That like, she's kind of the
I feel like
enforcer.
the other ones they have that moral dilemma where she's a warrior.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was
You
brought
And
up.
100%.
fight
to
and
Yeah.
kill, yeah.
She still has the empathy and the compassion of
She
a woman,
does.
but she
Mhm.
also is like, what needs to be done needs to be done.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
which is a
Yeah.
dynamic of
So-
a Wonder Woman that's interesting.
Yeah, so I was a
I
little
like that.
depressed she didn't kill him at the end. So I'm like, well, I get it. I get it. So
Upset no one
it didn't
died.
take away my. I still liked the movie. I thought it was just good, maybe even okay. But I mean, I don't like when movies say, "Oh, we have to have two villains." No, you don't. You just-
I think it fit in. I think the only thing with this one that kind of disappoints me, obviously Cheetah can't be dead. She's coming
Yeah.
back.
She did. You see her.
Yeah,
At the
she
I
end?
thought she
died.
was dead from the electrocution.
at the end,
and then
she-
there's
Right,
a
but she
random
came
shot of her
back.
looking up at the sky.
Yeah, she's alive.
Yeah, she has
and it's
to
kind of like,
come
what?
back.
How'd she get there?
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
So how much of her powers retained because she loses her wishes
Yeah.
is interesting.
Probably none.
Yeah, I
Um,
think she lost them all.
So
Yeah.
it's good. Is she gonna be smart enough to then figure out how to recreate her powers because she's Cheetah? She did look weird, but I didn't mind. I thought it looked cool.
Like I said before, I didn't like the nerd to hot chick that
Yeah.
poison ivy. Everyone
Yeah.
does it. It's like, don't do that.
I will say this though.
She looked good.
Kristen Wiig looked
She did
good.
I kind of like when
did.
she was beating up
Yeah.
that dude that was harassing her.
Yes,
I was like, that was a good
yes.
scene.
Now listen,
I thought, and again, not enough Wonder Woman in this movie, and I thought when we did get her, she kind of wasn't likable.
Steve Rogers was a highlight.
Yeah, Steve Rogers was the
He
best
was
part. Of this
Kristen
movie.
Wiig was,
Yep,
and I
Wiig was
thought
good.
I thought
and,
the villain
and Maxwell
Maxwell was a highlight.
He was good.
I don't like that in 70 years she wasn't Wonder Woman, and for 70 years she's like, I miss my boyfriend.
Yeah.
70 years you're fucking Wonder Woman,
So that
and you're
was
gonna
part
pine
of
over a
my
guy that you knew
issue.
for 3
Yeah,
weeks.
That was part of my
Tops.
issue with it.
Okay, you love him, but time went. Come on, if you're gonna live to be 700,
So
Yeah.
in one aspect in the movie, and I'm not, this is gonna sound terrible for me, but it's just like we need to talk about how we get catcalled in the street, and we're gonna beat up a guy who does it.
yeah.
But how you just pulled up, you knew a guy for 3 fucking weeks, and that long, you're like, I miss
Yeah.
him.
So
Like,
she didn't meet any guys in 70 years.
fucking
I just don't like that they
Figure
have to make
shit
it a
out,
love
Wonder
story.
And you're
Like,
Wonder
Just
Woman.
let her be a strong woman.
Yeah, she
like,
doesn't
why did
need
you have
to
to make
be
it a love story?
Yeah, I agree. Like,
So then there's no sacrifice.
Like right,
Need
and
to
I
be in
get,
it.
I get that, but like it's just kind of like
You
wait till
gotta
she
put
starts getting dicked down by Superman and Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to put something on the line.
Yeah, I know.
that
Yes.
makes them vulnerable,
Yeah.
whether it's a love
Yes.
interest or whatever.
But then why not make
Right.
it Wonder Woman 54?
sure,
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
whereas okay, well now it's only been, but that's still 40 years.
just- you're
Wonder
Right.
Woman
Yeah,
34.
you're trying to make a strong,
a strong woman,
a
and
strong
she's gonna be
female
pulled down by
empowerment.
a love.
but let me ask
story.
you
Like,
this, though.
I mean, I get
If
the
you
whole
find
thing, but-
someone in the world you have this absolute true connection
Mm.
with, and out of nowhere they're gone
If
forever.
it doesn't matter.
if I
how
met
long
Heidi
it's
for
been.
3 weeks,
Yeah.
and then she disappeared, I guarantee, no offense, love you, I would be knee deep in another vagina.
Yeah,
by now.
But here's the thing.
Come on.
Yeah,
No, I don't think
no,
so.
yeah, if you-
I think she met her true.
I
think
know
she
what
met
you're
her
saying,
true
but
love.
if 70 years go by, you're gonna get over it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Sometimes, because
I guess.
and you look like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Okay, but at the same time, how does she
Years.
age? She never ages, right?
doesn't.
Like, basically,
No.
yeah. She's
So,
like a mortal.
She's like
she
a
could
god.
still be in that mental state.
Unless you're
like
She
her.
is.
I guess, but like
I'm with Nikolai on this.
you're
I
a
think
powerful, strong woman.
I get that.
You don't need no
Mhm.
man.
I know.
Yeah, that's her. I was like torn because I get the whole.
It could have been a
That's
dog,
her
and I'd feel
thi-
the same way though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if
I mean, dog. We're
You're-
talking animals now.
Yeah, that's
They
the,
should've
that's the
just
different
been-
thing.
they should've
Like I
just
said,
had to
I'd
be a
save a
dog
cat or a
instead.
dog before I save a baby.
whatever it is, just having that there, and then it like it's just gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like to live forever, you find that one person that might make it worth
Mhm.
It was
being
also the first
around.
guy she ever seen.
Right. That it's like
I mean, come on,
I-
get over yourself. Wonder
Yeah. I
Woman.
mean, it wasn't that good.
I
Jesus.
think
It wasn't Aquaman.
I think that that's
Mm,
like the love of
mm.
her life, and
Yeah.
that's her true connection. And even though you're a really strong woman, you still have that person that you love and you care about, and you can still be strong and you can still really love that person. And
Now-
I think that's where that's coming from, and
but-
All right.
it's
Sev-
showing that she's vulnerable.
70 years later, that's a whole lifetime.
Well, maybe
Like
not
that.
for
That's
her.
like saying
Yeah.
I'm still
Not
upset of
for-
someone that died 70 years ago.
Not for her though, because she's immortal.
Yeah, but
So
to
70
her it
years.
could be like.
But
7
what if I
minutes to
came up
us.
That's
to
what
you?
I'm trying
Yeah.
to
What
say.
if I came up to you 70 years later, you don't age, and I say, Bree, it's me, Mark.
Yeah.
But I don't look like Mark. Let's go in bed.
I mean,
You're gonna be like, go fuck yourself.
You're lying. I don't believe you.
I would ask you to
Okay.
prove it.
All I
would
can
ask you
see
to
is you,
prove it,
Steve.
and then I would
But
see the love of
You-
your life.
Would you physically, he's not them though.
But it's their soul, and that's who they are.
Listen, if some
Tony,
gross was
Hallmark
gross,
star, by the way. That's
Yeah.
a Hallmark movie star.
Oh
Yeah.
God! His
Like,
biggest
so
best thing he
Guess
ever
what?
done was this
Mark
movie. Then
pointed that out to me, not me. I was like, oh yeah, that is a Hallmark star. So I was so thrilled.
if some other human came in and they didn't look good, they're like, I'm Heidi. I like to eat food. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That's that soul, though. That's that soul. That's the person that you're like in love with.
Yeah, but that soul isn't that same vagina though.
yeah.
yeah, but you say that now,
It's
but
their
you're not
soul. Who-
confronted with it, yet.
Right.
But
yeah.
also,
But 70 years haven't passed as well.
right?
But
She
not
has
for her.
superpowers
Not it's
Yeah.
different for
Stuff. So-
her.
Somebody being in somebody else's body, I don't know if it would really phase her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
She's
she could make a
immortal.
jet invisible. Their whole society's invisible.
It'd be hilarious if he's like, you could fly. Shit, you got me.
Yeah.
I'm not really here.
I love the throwback to the
I'm Tom.
the invisible jet
Jenkins.
until she
She's
flew.
like, oh.
Get out. Kills him.
She won't because she's a good soul.
Yeah, that's like, and then, like I said, where did that guy go?
Yeah. So here's my
No,
big.
he was at the end, wasn't he?
yeah,
It was
but
the guy she's talking
where
to
did he
again.
go
During
He was
while
probably
Steve
like
Trevor came
Okay.
he
back?
was probably
okay.
like in a coma
So-
or something.
Yeah.
So someone
what I'm
takes over your
thinking.
body.
Why are you
right.
rubbing me like
Someone
that?
takes over your body.
I know.
Some
But your
broad.
body's in love. Your body is with me, or with somebody else. But now the person who has taken over your body is in love with Nikolai, and
Dilemma.
then you bang Nikolai, right? Did you just take advantage of somebody's body,
Probably.
Or did Nikolai?
or did Nikolai take
Yeah.
advantage of someone's body?
True.
Now, would
Yeah.
you be mad when
Maybe
you
need
came back?
permission.
What if they didn't know?
Or
Yeah,
maybe
that's
he
even-
needs
that's
permission.
Probably doesn't know.
That's even creepier.
But Wonder Woman knows.
Yeah,
So
she
like
knows.
That's
So
okay.
Wonder Woman
He's not
sees-
hunting them
Would he
down.
really-
I'm
Is
just
he
gonna
really
throw
gonna
this out
complain,
here.
though?
In
No. Hold on,
Supernatural,
guys.
like in Supernatural, that happens all the time. And before the soul can enter another body, you need to ask that body, that vessel, permission. So I'm wondering if something like that occurred.
No, well,
Wonder
if
Woman,
we didn't see it, it
Wonder
didn't
Woman
happen.
seeing the guy with his new wife and kids, and he's like, I banged him.
Well, he said he didn't even know. He just like. woke
Well,
up
what
in
if he
someone
had a
else's body.
girlfriend? What if he was going to get engaged?
He was by
they didn't
himself
search
at the
that-
carnival.
They didn't search that whole
He-
thing.
Yeah, he was
Single.
by himself at the end.
Yeah.
Single. He
Yeah,
was
but maybe
single,
maybe she
solo.
maybe she was
Single
visiting
and
her mom
ready
and
to
dad.
mingle.
We don't know.
Yeah.
What if he was a gay man?
Yeah.
It was the 80s. I saved a meme where Wonder Woman's there and she's like,
What?
"What are you gonna do?"
Oh
And he
my
goes,
God.
I
he
don't
goes,
think he
"I'm gonna go to my
was.
gay AIDS party and do cocaine." And she's like, "Oh."
I mean, we don't know for sure, but I think he was kind of into her by the way they were looking at each other.
Well, who
At
wouldn't
the
be
end,
into
yeah.
her?
Yeah.
I mean,
seriously.
they're so
What-
then why are we even having this conversation?
Boom.
Because
Boom.
because
Ew.
she knew. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
knew about that it wasn't really Steve.
So here's my thing.
So she fucked some random
this
dude.
Guy, this guy's
It was
wishes.
Steve, though.
This box wishes can go walls.
Mhm.
It could turn a human into a cheetah. It can take over the entire world. It couldn't bring Steve Rogers back in his own body.
Steve,
He had
Trevor.
Trevor
But-
Rogers. He couldn't just fucking. He had to take over. Like
Yeah, I don't get it.
they don't.
That is
they don't.
weird.
They don't
That
talk
doesn't
about
make sense.
any of that, and they're
Yeah.
just. They expect us as the audience to be like, we're cool with it.
And that's
Why not?
but when
You're
you,
okay with Harry Potter having glasses, even though he's the only character in the entire movie series that has them.
yeah, but here's the thing.
That
That's an
doesn't matter.
accessory.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that doesn't.
he can
matter.
fix his eyes.
But what if Harry Potter was Harry Potter, but he's not Harry
Is
Potter
he like
because
a
he took over?
half-breed or something?
The character is like, if you were a completely good character, right?
Yeah.
And somebody else says, "Hey, I'm in this body now," you would say, "Whoa, where did that guy go? We should get that guy back because this isn't right."
Another
Because I'm a good
so
character.
overwhelmed with her love.
Yeah.
that
No,
Waited
Notice.
Well, then-
70 years
and
sitting
also-
alone at a cafe.
And then you're going more towards the bad.
Listen,
also
Batman didn't kill Superman because he said his mother's name.
also maybe
Let's
as
not bring that up.
maybe as a god she maybe knew something that we don't know because she's a god and kind of immortal.
No, she's not in this one though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, they don't really say. They don't really
Yeah.
say her. Well, they kind of say Zeus. I don't know.
They do allude to Zeus.
I
being
forget in
her
the first one.
father.
Did they make
Yes.
her out of clay in the first one?
Yeah.
They did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did they? Okay, then Zeus. Well,
They didn't make her out of clay.
Zeus is her dad.
Technically-
though. Yeah,
She was like Jesus.
she's half god, but they never really say it. But like,
Yeah.
but they allude to it. So maybe
this is a terrible thing to put in a movie. Can we agree on that? Why would you even do this? Why not just have Steve
it is
come
a
back
dilemma.
It's the only thing I'm hung
Sure.
up on.
instead of putting him in some dude's body?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
because his body is decayed.
Yeah, but
Your skeleton walks up to you,
Cre-
rotten flesh.
can't the
like,
wish create a new body?
Sure.
They found a
Well,
new one.
Yes.
that part is that
Okay.
part I cannot argue. Yes, but
Yeah.
but every other point I can argue.
It was a bad decision. The whole thing.
It was the only hang up I have of the whole movie.
that in the whole 70 years
If
that
it
she's still
wasn't
fine.
a new body, or if it wasn't this guy's body, they would have never met each other at the end.
Yeah, but nothing will ever come of that.
No, I know.
We don't know. Maybe in the third movie they'll be together.
No,
her
she
and the
means-
No,
mother
that's her
and
new
stuff.
love.
there's no way.
She's
be
meeting
okay.
Superman and Batman. so that's
Yeah.
so fine.
There's no way. Steve Trevor's great grandson that they never know how to. It's gonna look exactly the same. Will be in it.
Maybe it was part of his family. This random guy.
What if
Yeah.
what if he was related to her
Yeah.
and she banged a dude that she was related to?
Yeah, what if it was her
Yeah, what if?
cousin?
I don't know if that's
How
How
possible.
are they related if they're all women?
They're all
Well, they would know because like her like
They're all
her
women.
tribe
Yeah.
don't they?
I'm just
well,
saying.
Amazons in general.
There
they,
was no. It was like, oh, you're in this body now. I will ask 0 questions.
You're
yeah.
and then
I
she
see
used
what
the
you're
lasso
saying.
of truth on him and was
Yeah.
like, "I'm your brother." What? Like, that's
Yeah.
the alternate
Well,
scene.
he
that's true.
said, what did he
Amazons
say?
do,
He
yeah.
said something to her, and that's how she knew.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and his face went.
Yep. Then she
And
saw
it's like
his
no one
soul.
else sees you as Steve, but you never
I-
see that guy again until
I-
the end.
I was surprised though of when they made that transition because normally when they do that transition where you see the back of their head,
Mhm.
and it goes around her body, and I was expecting it there, but I saw that guy again,
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, interesting." So you threw me off on that, and then I made him appear later.
yeah.
Like, okay,
Maybe he'll
But
be
then it
back
m-
in the next one.
I
Well, and
doubt-
that's what
I
I was
ser-
wondering
I would
too.
bet every dollar I have, that guy will not be in there.
how went
Oh,
it?
there.
He's a
well,
Hallmark
I
star,
was
maybe.
wondering if, like, because we saw him as him
Yeah.
But like she saw him as the other guy, right?
Yeah.
Like he didn't actually change.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, only she saw Steve Trevor and everyone else.
Oh, see, I thought she still saw
Maybe
the other
her
guy.
wish wasn't specific enough.
Like I
That's
thought she
true.
still
wanted
saw the
him
other guy.
back, not
But
alive.
Here's something. Why didn't she wish for her mother to come back?
Because that's not
Because
who
her
she
mother's
truly
not
loves.
duking her down, bro.
That's not who she truly loves. You know, like she loves her mom, but she like wants her soulmate.
I don't know. I think that's pretty bad. You know, that's for your mom who led the
Yeah,
island.
but
and-
at the same time,
Or just be like,
you have
can
one
I-
wish to bring one
Can I
person
have world
back.
peace?
Who do you bring?
I don't know. I think I would go with my
Cujo.
mom.
No, I just mean in general, not necessarily
Yeah,
in
yeah,
her
yeah.
story. Just like
Or wish for, I don't know. I'm scared.
can I wish for like this dude not to have this
you
wishes
think-
anymore?
Would that be the one thing Wonder Woman wishes for?
That's what
Over
that's
world
where
peace
my
or
thing,
something, or
yeah.
or
That's
the
then she's
where
out
gods
of a
be-
job.
Yeah. Or maybe getting one
no,
80s
she worked at the
outfit.
museum.
Yeah, but that's not a
See,
fun
that's
job.
where
She
my
worked at a
dilemma
museum.
was.
That had a jet that was fully fueled and ready to go.
Oh,
What
Lord.
museum could we go to where we can
Restoration.
get into a jet and fly it away?
And then make it invisible.
Yeah.
Now here's my question:
Well, she can do that.
No,
though.
she never did that ever.
can Wonder Woman make anything invisible?
No.
I thought she could.
No.
No, the invisible jet was already created.
It was like a
Oh,
gift
it's
given to
already-
her. She could never.
oh.
And I was like, I kind of get it for the movie, but like, why not just make the fucking jet invisible? Like, I wished it. Like there.
Oh, she didn't wish it,
Wonder,
right?
So Wonder
No,
Woman, as
no.
a prank later on in life, is just like, you want an HJ?
Yeah. Oh, where'd it go?
I can't say it anymore.
That was a little because she's doing this like, what's she doing? Like, okay, that's a weird way to get to invisible jet, but at least we got the visual jet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice to see.
I like how she joked about how she's only done this once before, and it was with a coffee cup, and then she lost it.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
So like the way it was, if I'm not mistaken, the Wonder Woman comics, they're kind of like Wakanda, where they have their own technologies and stuff.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's not real. They have like guns and stuff, which
Yeah.
is weird.
Mm.
So the invisible jet was kind of made as technology of her
Yeah,
island.
yeah.
She wasn't able to like fucking.
She doesn't
rub
have
her
like
hands together.
invisible creating powers like
Mm.
Fantastic Four. Or, like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Sue Storm. So I was like, okay. And then like Steve, like he didn't know what a garbage can was.
Yeah, but everything to him was art in that.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
art.
like,
I mean, it
I
all
think
kinda-
you would know. Like, if you put me in the 20s right now, I could find a garbage can.
Yeah.
If you put me in 2040, I can find a garbage can.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
an invalid.
Well, here's the thing too.
And then
So-
he was wowed by the train. And then if you look it up, subway stations were around in 1910.
Yeah, but were they electric?
They weren't electric,
that's
but
what I
you
like.
still seen the. You wouldn't be totally dumbfounded.
No.
Like, wow,
Right.
look at this. This is cool. But like, what is this?
Yeah.
I'd like the escalator moment though.
Yeah, the escalator thing was
escalator
cool.
was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I'm
He-
gonna die. No,
He
Because you
joined,
would.
He joined her
Yeah.
body, then found her. He joined this body, then found her, then stalked her for a day or two. To
Yeah,
find
which is
her.
weird. Why wouldn't he just go right up to her?
Yeah. So he
'Cause he
lived
was
in
dead
this
for
world for
how
a
many
couple
years?
days and experienced things, but as soon as he met her, it acted like this is the first time he'd ever seen the world.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. You see certain things.
That was a little weird. I think if
Yeah.
he went to the dude's body, he should immediately tried to see.
That may be true. That would be the correct mindset. But if listen, I know I've been dead for 70 years. How the hell do you tell? Like,
What else?
What's
would you
the
do?
game plan?
Yeah. I don't know.
like,
But
maybe
he-
she's with someone.
Yeah.
So it's like I could understand doing some surveillance because he is a soldier.
I guess a little bit. Yeah, but I mean,
To just be like,
I don't
okay,
know.
this is her life right now. I'm not going to interfere with anything. This guy's clearly not married because his place is a dump at the moment.
Or maybe he made it.
and he also had
Maybe,
many outfits.
many
Many outfits.
Looks like a pirate.
I mean, that was cool. Steve Trevor.
For some reason, Jen's saying she goes through Patreon
Uh-huh.
and it's not showing up for her.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Are
that's
we
not
just
good.
talking to nothing right now?
Well, I mean,
Did it
we're
It
recording.
Oh, okay.
We're recording for Patreon.
So
It's
maybe
just that
not
she
live.
Maybe it
Crystal
has to finish.
That's what I was thinking too. Like maybe we have to finish and upload. And then,
No, it's live.
Are
Like,
you
when
logged in though?
So when you go to Patreon,
Mhm.
you go to Patreon and then you make this post, it tells you to do it this certain way, and then it makes a private link for your Patreon, and she clicks on it and says this video is private.
Really?
Yeah.
I might be on her end. She signed in or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, or do you have to like do something to have her on there?
I'm gonna have my brother test it, or maybe we'll have you sign up for a Patreon account for $5. It works.
You just want more of my money.
Gotcha.
Well, hey, it's not leaving the house.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was my big problem. I thought
That was my only.
some people. Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Some people say amazing.
No.
really
No,
good.
not that far.
I
Good.
liked it.
Yes.
I like.
I really liked
If
it.
someone said okay, yes. Was it horrible? No. It
No, I
wasn't.
mean, I
It
also
wasn't
don't
Elektra. It
follow
wasn't
the comics.
Catwoman.
No,
But it wasn't Endgame or The Dark Knight.
I agree.
It was in the middle,
To me,
and it was too long. It should have been.
It was really
Every
long.
comic
You're-
movie doesn't have to be 2 or 3
you're
hours.
gonna hate this. I like Batman Superman better.
Ugh.
I really like Batman Superman.
Ugh.
I liked it. I liked Batman and Superman too. Yeah. I thought it was real good.
Batman
I mean,
versus Superman.
Yeah.
Is that the one we saw in the theaters like 4 times and I fell asleep?
Mhm.
that
I forgot.
Fleck.
Yeah.
Like, that's Heidi's
I
opinion
love
of it.
that Fleck so much.
Ugh.
I
I have a
think
bad habit of falling asleep.
I think Wonder Woman 1's better.
Oh, but
Wonder
leave
Woman
some-
1 is
Wonder
so much
Woman
better.
1 is the best of the new DC movies, not counting the Nolan Batman.
I'm not gonna lie, I cried
I don't know.
because it was
It
just
was
such
very
a big
inspiring.
yeah because
Which
it's
one?
like
It's probably
Wonder
one.
Woman
both
1.
really, but the first
Yeah.
one more
Yeah, the first one more.
because
I
it's just
agree.
such a big thing. Like you don't see like big strong woman and it's her movie. It's all about her.
so amazing.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
super
It's like Wonder
empowering.
Woman
Yeah.
and like Shazam, and then Bob. So
I would say
Harley Quinn,
Bob.
Harley Quinn, and then it's like
Oh,
Man of Steel, and this.
I re-
and
Birds
I
of
Batman
Prey?
for Superman.
I hate
Birds of
Superman.
Prey was really
Yeah, Batman versus Superman.
I hate Man of Steel. I mean, I hate Superman. I love Man of Steel.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
how I felt
I thought
too,
the
yeah.
first half hour was so boring. The whole Krypton part, edit that out, delete it. So,
See, I liked it.
I thought
Yeah.
it was too much CG. I don't think the movie was bad. I felt it was too old video game CG.
I can see that.
I see
garbage,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
I do see
Where
that.
like you can make someone fly. It's clearly like it may not look the greatest, but they don't have to be a CG character for every. I don't know what he did in that movie when he was Superman
Yeah.
because it looked like it was all
Yeah.
CG. Yeah.
It's kind of like the second Avengers movie where CG was. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on right now. I don't know. I think this is Man of Steel about this 6.5 out
I
of
have a
10.
hard time
Oh, really?
following.
I'd say
all.
7. I'd say 7.5.
Yeah, I give it a
I can see
7.5
that.
or 8.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
7.5
It's
or
just
8.
too
I think it's
long.
I'd
better
watch it
than
again.
Man of Steel.
Honestly,
I
I
would
think it's
too.
about how you go in. If you hear someone say, "Oh, this was such an amazing film," you might think less of it. I was told it was horrible. I went in and I was like, "You know what? This isn't really bad."
Yeah.
I like people like you were saying, "Oh, it's too long." At the same time, I couldn't really see a scene. I mean,
It didn't feel
That-
long while I was watching it.
I
though.
wanted a
Me,
cut.
I felt a little long about an hour and 20 in. I was like,
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this
can
then.
we
For those who thought
wrap
it was
this
long,
up?
what scenes did you think should have got cut?
The whole beginning. It was cool,
Not
but it wasn't
necessarily-
needed.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah, that
that's
part,
about
just
10,
take it
15
out.
minutes. Maybe on the
The
Maxwell
Olympic
Lord
part.
going to different places.
Yes, I was
Okay,
thinking
maybe
that
just
too.
get-
Just one
Maybe
or
just
two
do the oil,
examples,
and then
yeah.
when he gets his building, and then maybe some stuff with Steve, even though that was the good stuff.
I keep all the Steve parts in.
Like when Steve goes to visit the museum, it's like, okay, I get that because you get the jet, but then it's like, why does it have fuel in it? I don't understand.
Oh, I thought you meant when he goes to see like the astronaut stuff.
Oh yeah, they could have cut that all out.
I don't know. I like.
I mean, that's cool, but he's like,
he wasn't
"Woo."
around. For
Yeah,
and he was
just to
amazed
catch
by
up.
like
Just to catch up.
Yeah.
standard plane flying, like to go see that we landed.
and they
on the
probably could have
moon.
cut out the outfit part with Steve too.
Okay.
No, I love the alpha part. That's my favorite.
Oh god, of
They
the
could've
whole
cut it
part of the
down a
whole
little
movie,
bit.
Steve changing outfits.
That's going.
No, that's my favorite part with him.
American issue.
That was
Yeah.
funny.
Like that's all they could have had is him put on, and she's like, "Ugh, I don't know about that outfit." Yeah, but look at this.
American issue.
There you go.
Like
I just edited it down to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
But
No,
can I
that's
keep
my
the
favorite
shoes?
part with
You do
him.
that scene.
Yeah.
The shoes.
Yeah, that was
And
funny.
then whatever his outfit is.
No, I love the whole thing with him and keep the alpha part. So funny.
You could probably chop this down to 145.
Yeah, it was that. I mean, it was. Like I said, it was a good movie. It wasn't amazing.
So my brother has a theory about the mall scene. The little girl
Mm-hmm.
that she's like playing around with.
Mm.
He thinks, what if that's Amanda Waller? As a kid,
85, Suicide Squad, a little too young.
is okay. Now I
I
don't
mean,
know enough,
maybe if they wanted to in that universe,
but like that was just something cool to think
that's a
about.
cool
like,
thing.
Maybe that was
Yeah,
her.
I can see that,
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
but probably not.
Probably not.
I'm
but
sure no one at DC. thought of
Honestly,
that.
I like now that I'm really thinking about it. When I think like a complete movie that I really enjoyed all the way through, and I thought was good all the way through,
Mhm.
I honestly think the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey.
It was
was
good.
very
I,
good.
the only thing I
Very
didn't like,
good.
but that was my personal thing. I thought Harley's outfits were horrible. Other than that, the movie was
Yeah.
very good.
I agree that her outfits are
Mhm.
great, but
So I thought it was funny because I thought she
I
doesn't
thought
care
that
about
was-
what she wears.
Yeah.
I thought that was way better than this, but she does care what she wears.
Yeah,
yeah, because that's part of who she
She
is.
doesn't wear
Yeah.
ugly gold pants and an old ripped up shirt. She just- Dude,
yeah.
Yeah, she does think about what she wears and stuff. Yeah, I agree.
Another thing with this movie is I think the universe is in some flux. I think
Yes.
they're
the
trying
DC
to.
movie, it's almost at the point where it's like, just start over.
Well, I think they're
Again.
really gonna wait to see what the Snyder Cut does.
Yeah.
It's not going to do anything.
And if it people are like, what the fuck? Why wasn't this what we got? Then I think they're gonna try to rebuild that franchise
But like,
Man.
why not? Okay, maybe just
minus Cyborg because
yeah, because he's
Why?
not doing because someone's
Oh.
racist.
they're done with
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He said
Yep.
that the director was
Whedon,
racist
Joss
or
Whedon.
something.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
not
they
sure
meant something about the character
exactly.
was racist.
No,
He's against Joss
Did he?
Whedon. He's calling Joss Whedon
And,
out for his
and Josh
behavior.
Whedon's not even going to be involved with the project anymore. So I don't even know why
No.
it's weird because Josh Whedon, you're done, and
So then what's the problem?
then they're just like, we're going to part ways with you too.
They're just done with both of them.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a toxic fit. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe just the
I
two of
mean,
them clashed so much.
here's-
I don't
here's
really
one
know.
thing
I
about
kinda
the whole
see it
thing that-
for bad press.
The thing that
Keep one and
confuses
not
me
the other.
is
Yeah.
everybody in the cast rallied around Snyder and said we want Snyder's film to be the one everyone sees, and then he came out and said I got treated differently, and nobody on the cast
Backed him.
sided with
so
him.
the cast is saying one thing and doing another. Is what you're saying?
Well, nobody backed like what Ray Fisher is saying. So like then you kind of
Well,
question.
here's the thing: they
is it
did.
true.
There is people who said they did not like the way Josh Whedon conducted himself as a director.
Okay.
That has been said.
Yeah.
That he came in like, you can go fuck yourself. This is my movie now, and the actors were like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
read
but
that.
I can understand that in
But
a
he
way
came in.
of
Yeah.
I am the boss now. Like it doesn't matter what Zach's plans were or any of that stuff. This is where we're at. We got to move forward.
All right.
I can
so,
get that.
So I hire you as an actor to do a movie, right?
Yeah,
And you read my script.
sure,
You agree to it.
sure.
You shoot 85% of it. Me and you make a bond. We become friendly.
Sure.
My kid dies. My young 11-year-old kid dies. The producer, now the whole time we're working, telling you, Nikolai, please have faith in me. That they don't want this version of the movie to be out.
But why?
Because it doesn't fit the mold of a Marvel movie. They want my movie to be more like their movies, and this is my vision. This is what I want. And you, as an actor who read my script and see the same vision I see, we're on the same page, right?
Sure.
So you agreed. You signed the contract. This is the movie we're making. I have a crazy event happens that I have to step away.
Yeah.
Right. They now bring in the guy who made the movies that they want to make. Comes in. He looks at the script and goes, "Yeah, all this is gone.
Okay.
But he's
He should
So,
get to make his own his own
if I
vision,
do
'cause it
my
is
job a
his
certain
movie.
way,
but
and
85%
my
of the
boss is
project-
okay with it, and I get a new boss, he says do it this way.
But
I have to because that's my boss.
But
Yes, I agree
85% of
with
the
that,
work is
but-
done.
I will
Oh,
say
wow.
But
this.
he's still that's the boss.
Right.
Yeah, it's his movie.
But he was brought in to finish the movie that was there.
That's fine. But I will say this: as the actor, if that happens, you're contracted under Zack Snyder film.
Yeah.
If this other guy comes in, I feel like you have the right to leave.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
yeah,
I agree with that
You don't
too.
have to stay and take this new boss's rule, but you either don't.
Well, I don't know
or
how
you
much of it
do
was
the
contracted
movie.
under Snyder or they were
Or
contracted under
yeah,
DC.
yeah.
I bet-
Or whoever.
Fine.
I bet it was
I'm just saying, like whatever is
DC.
in the contract,
Yeah.
you don't really have a say if you sign a thing saying I'm Wonder Woman for X amount of films,
Yeah.
and someone steps in, like you make
Passionate about a project.
that's fine,
Yeah.
and I get that.
Like-
I'm super passionate about
So
projects.
you have
all
a
the time,
boss that comes
but
in, and
things change.
you and that boss think you and your boss think the way you guys do things is super efficient. It's great. It's safe. It works for everybody. And then a new guy comes in and goes, "I want you to do everything different," and it doesn't work. It's not
Okay,
feasibly acceptable.
it depends.
You're
how
gonna
passionate
backlash.
I am about the project.
But yeah,
And they were.
No. I mean, how much do I care about that character? Like, if someone told me, now this will never happen, but if someone was like, "Listen, you're gonna play Batman,"
Mhm.
I don't care what director came in and changed the script or whatever. I'm playing Batman.
I
like,
agree with Nicole.
Nothing on
Yep.
earth
Yeah.
is gonna stop me from playing Batman.
I'd be Wonder Woman in a second.
Like, you want to change the whole script and redo it? Guess what? That's 2 more years of me having a job.
Yeah.
And that is something right now that is so bad. Because back then, yes, it's bad situations and stuff with why he got left and all that other stuff.
Yeah, it is sad.
Completely not my
Very
point
sad.
in all this.
Yeah.
But like right now, especially looking back at that, movies aren't being made and things like
Not
that.
right
Like,
now, yeah.
I would have fought tooth and nail to be on a set. So yeah, I don't care if you pay me $6 million, like, and not do it,
Yeah.
kind of thing, because my director.
So
switched.
pretty much they
I
waited
will-
till it would be over, and then they turned around and said, "Hey, this movie you made, we're not behind it. You should probably go check out the one that needs to be made." And that's
That's
pretty
fine.
much what they did.
I mean,
Yeah.
but you have more work.
yeah. Yeah, you're still getting paid.
You're getting paid no matter what.
Yeah.
I would turn around if I met Spielberg one day or anybody big, I'd be like, listen, put me in your movie for free. I'll be your lead. You don't have to pay me a dime ever. But that's it. That would be the open.
Yeah, but you're also talking from someone who hasn't made a paycheck already. You're talking about a
Right.
Henry Cavill.
You're talking
a
about
Ben
the people
Affleck.
who have made Smithers
Yeah.
for sitting there, and I'm going to CG you.
And like I said, these guys are really passionate about these characters and
Of
making
course.
this
And
film.
that's fine.
And then this guy
Right.
comes in and goes, "Go fuck yourself." Doing this, and then Henry Cavill's like, "Dude, I have a fucking mustache." We're like, "We'll CG it." And it looks terrible. Don't care.
And I get that. Those kind of things, obviously.
Yeah.
But he was contracted under Mission Impossible during that time.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
a whole other.
Well, because he obliged his contract of
Right.
DC
Mhm.
and then was told to come back
So-
because Josh Whedon is the boss now.
yeah, but that's different because that's a contract. You can't break another contract just to
Right.
make
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
old contract happy.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't. He's like, "I'm not shaving this."
Right.
And they're like, "It looks stupid." He's like, "I don't care.
Right.
I shouldn't even be here because you shouldn't
Right.
have never fired Zack Snyder."
I agree with that.
So that's kind of where. So DC is kind of in a flux now because pretty much most of the cast said they're not coming back, and now that the Snyder cut is getting this revitalization to come back, a lot of people are like, if this is popular and the people want this, we will come back. But you're giving Zack Snyder his job back.
What if they say no?
Then you're gonna have to recast the entire DC universe.
And they will
Yeah.
in a
They
heartbeat.
will. Yeah.
Without a question.
and then a lot of the fans that fought this hard for this to happen are probably not going to follow you, and you're going to make movies that people
I don't.
aren't.
I doubt.
I
doubt
feel like they'll
that.
still watch anyway.
I highly
Yeah.
Then
doubt
people
that.
will
Yeah.
watch a Batman. They're gonna watch the Patterson Batman. They're gonna watch whoever's
Yeah.
Batman after that.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
if
will
this, if
always
this,
watch Batman.
if
I'll
this,
tell you that
if
right
this
now.
Snyder, if the Snyder cut comes out and we get the Doomsday we wanted, we get the fucking Martian Manhunter, we
Sounds
get
like
Green.
an awful lot for one movie.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
It's going to be very long.
I'm pumped for it. I'm
Like
excited.
every time they ask him, he adds something else. Oh, we're gonna see the death of Robin.
No, I don't want
We
to
don't
see that.
need
Nope,
that,
Robin's
but
my
okay, we're
favorite.
gonna see Martian Manhunter. We see
Don't be touching
two
Robin.
Green Lanterns,
well, Robin's
We're gonna
already
see
dead in this
Doomsday.
universe.
What?
He's already been dead in this universe.
which I don't like.
When Batman
What?
when Batman went to the Batcave, there's a
Yeah.
picture of Robin's suit is there, and he looks at it like,
They never say what Robin it is though.
Better not be my favorite Robin.
"Oh
Dick Grayson? Nightwing?
no, it's Tim. It would be
it-
Tim Drake,
It
right?
never says.
Because Tim Drake is the one that eventually gets killed.
None of them.
Yeah, he did.
No, Jason
One-
Todd dies.
Oh, Jason
Yeah,
Todd.
Jason Todd.
Jason
he
I'm
Todd,
not-
yeah.
He becomes Red
I
Hood.
mean, I love Robin, but I'm not really attached
Yeah,
to
we don't know because there's a whole another
Anybody
Batman
but Dick
universe that
Grayson.
Zack Snyder had written that he wanted to do, and Ben Affleck was all aboard for it. And then
Yeah.
once Zack Snyder quit, like once Zack Snyder got fired, he's like, "I'm not doing any of those movies. Go fuck yourself. Here's your money."
Yeah, that's really sad. I mean, but
Because we
Batfleck
don't
was
know
amazing.
why Wayne Manor's destroyed. We don't know why
Which is
Jason Todd's
dumb.
dead. We don't know
know,
about,
yes.
and we never got to dive into that because
Yeah, that was sad when
But
that
how many
happened.
opportunities do you give him? That
he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, he just lost.
Yeah,
his
but I'm
son.
saying
His
okay, Batman versus Superman was not critically called a success.
it was more success when they put the version out that he wanted.
Yeah, but it wasn't Endgame level. What I'm saying, like, you had Man of Steel, right?
Well, it's
Man
never
of
gonna,
Steel within
it's never going
it
to be
wasn't-
Endgame level because Marvel gets.
I'm
Marvel
saying he
can
already
shit
had
on
two.
screen
He
and
already
they'll
had
get love
two
for it.
movies
Don't be
that
hating on
weren't
Marvel.
that
It's true
great.
though. Like Marvel can put out dog shit and people will still love it.
But it has nothing to do with Marvel versus DC.
100%.
No,
It's
I
kind of
don't
like
think so.
when the media is more backing on
Well,
Marvel
okay.
and they support
don't
and
see
promote
that.
them.
If
100%.
Zack Snyder made
I don't
8
see that.
DC movies and they're all about the same and they get critically rated like a 7.5, at what point do you say this isn't working?
I mean,
Okay.
I enjoyed the Batman versus Superman extended cut. I thought it was a better movie. And I
It's
don't
very good.
understand why they cut that stuff out in the beginning.
Oh,
with.
see that one. I can actually comment on this. That one, after I saw the extra stuff, the rest of it made sense to me.
It made more sense. I
Because
did
the
fall
rest of
asleep
the
during it,
movie-
though.
Yeah.
Because like as many times we saw it, none of it made sense. There was a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't understand, and then when I saw like the extra
Mm.
stuff, I was like, oh, well now it makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand.
I didn't see the extras, but
Yeah.
I like the movie anyway. Are they recasting
Doomsday.
Cyborg? Are they recasting him now or
No, he's just deleted.
Oh, there's
Which
he's
I
still-
never cared
he's
about.
Oh,
still a
Doomsday
character.
was rough. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that was horrible.
honestly, Doomsday, like, so
And plus, you're gonna kill Superman in the second movie.
because they wanted
Yeah.
the way they led into the Justice.
You
League
have
movie.
you have a universe.
Yeah.
Finally
You're
together.
going to kill your main character in the second.
really?
fuck-
I
You-
think
you have-
Batman's
You have
the
to
main
realize
character.
though, this movie, this universe
Yes.
has already been like Batman's a veteran at this point.
We haven't seen it.
I know because we haven't gotten.
You're
it.
in
Do
the
it in
second
order.
movie.
Why
It
do
was
they
a
always have
bit
to go
early.
backwards?
Do you think
Yeah.
that's a good?
Sure.
Sure.
Thing. Why do we always have to go backwards?
If Justice League brings out Black Silver Superman,
Why do that so fast?
I agree with that.
What's the rush?
because they didn't want to do another origin and lead up 5 movies in. They gave you more of a vision, like a veterans team.
What origin would you need? You already established Superman.
Yeah, that's what Superman's been established.
Yeah, then why kill him in the second movie?
And well, technically first.
No,
Well, yeah, second.
Man of
first,
Steel was
yeah,
the first one,
Yeah,
and then Batman vs Superman was second.
I was cool with the death of Superman because it was Doomsday.
In the second fucking movie.
Absolutely, it starts because you get it out of the way.
Okay,
and
what do
can
you do
as much-
then? I come on Raw, I win the world title. Where do I go from there?
So I see what Andy's saying here, and this is not
But Justice League,
this
the way
is
they
why
brought him
Marvel does
back,
better sometimes.
the way they bring
And
him back.
in the third movie.
No, in Justice
Well, that
League.
would be the
I'm
fifth.
not following.
In Justice League.
Yeah. So you're gonna kill a guy and bring him back, and we're 5 movies in.
Yeah, so this is why Marvel sometimes does better.
Your
They have
third
better
movie in.
storytelling. They have better
Well, you can
storytelling.
count Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Maybe did Aquaman come out before Justice? No, that came
Well,
out.
No,
Superman's
later.
So 4th movie, you're gonna kill.
Wonder
You're
Woman's
gonna
not
kill
part
a
of
guy
that
and
timeline.
bring him back. We're 4 movies in.
Neither one of those Wonder Womans are part of that timeline, and neither is Aquaman.
Yeah, because Aquaman's movie after.
They're
Yeah.
all prequel.
Well, if you don't count Wonder Woman, then we're 3 movies in.
Second movie.
So,
Because
so you make a movie to establish a character, kill him in the second, bring him back in the third.
Yes.
They're assuming that everybody knows who Superman is because
Absolutely.
Superman
Yeah,
is
but that has
Superman.
nothing to do with that.
I agree.
Because they bring him back with the like the fanfare, the silver and black suit.
And how
It's-
good was that?
Because we didn't get the version we were supposed to get.
Wait till we get it, and it's still not gonna be good.
We'll see. That's
You can't shine shit.
we'll find
Can't
every
put perfume on a pig.
95% of
can
what
try.
you, 95% what you've seen in that Justice League
Yeah.
movie was all reshot stuff.
But it's still, you're still killing character and bringing him back.
I have
Sure.
yet to finish Justice League.
If Luke Skywalker
We just
dies in the
I
second
might-
episode,
I might not.
and then he comes back in the third, you're like, why'd you kill him in the second? If he's
it's all
back
part
in
of
the
it's
third?
all
Don't
part of the
ever kill
writing.
Luke
You have to
Skywalker.
see where the writing
It's
goes.
shitty writing.
I don't think it's bad.
It is bad.
I disagree.
If
Okay.
you bought a franchise and you killed a character in your second movie,
He's
when
a
you
big
could have
one to
made
die.
6
I
or
agree.
7,
I agree with Andy.
that's dumb.
This is
How
why
many-
Marvel does better.
When the
Not
Optimus
because of
Prime
media
dies in
outlets,
the second
because of
Transformer movie,
writing.
in
Yeah.
the second Transformer movie, Optimus Prime
Debatable.
dies for half of it.
Not debatable. True.
That was stupid.
Can we
'cause
go back
you
to
want to
Wonder
see
Woman?
Optimus
We
Prime.
are. This
I
is
have
part
an
of the same
Easter egg.
universe.
No,
Go ahead,
there's
go ahead.
like Easter eggs.
Yeah.
So at the end of the movie, so her 2 kids and her husband
Yeah.
are both in the movie.
That's legit her husband and kids. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
at
where's
the
the-
end.
In the
So
carnival.
At the end,
Oh, that when
when
car
there's like
saves.
2
Yeah.
kids throwing snowballs, that's
I
one
didn't
of
know
her
that.
kids, and the other kid is the producer's kid.
Yeah.
The producer or director,
Mhm.
whichever one's the lady. And then on the carousel, her husband and her other smaller
Oh.
daughter.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
How
I
good,
know
how
that.
good looking is her husband?
I don't remember. I didn't really look at him.
I just think she's so gorgeous.
She's
so
beautiful.
pretty.
She's
so
unobtainable.
pretty.
She's just like she is a god.
Her. All right.
She seriously.
Her
she's
versus
beautiful.
Margot Robbie.
I'm
Ooh.
sorry. What was the question?
Gal Gadot, Margot Robbie.
Gal Gadot.
I don't know. That's a
See?
tough one. That's
That's tough.
That is a tough one, but
Margot Robbie seems more approachable and more down to earth in
Here you
real
go.
life.
Here you go. Margot Robbie, Gal Gadot, Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
too tall.
I like Scarlett Johansson, but
No.
I would pick Gal
Are we
and
doing
Margot
Gal?
Robbie.
Is
above-
this
above
FML?
them.
Gal.
The Marvel women aren't as good looking
I
as
don't know.
Margot
I'm
Robbie
partial-
and
I'm
Gal
partial to
Gadot.
brunettes, so
Nobody
no.
in Marvel is.
Gal, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Why would you
That's-
say?
that does not make a comic book series better.
Yeah, I want everyone to be
Writing.
good looking.
Yeah.
I like when everyone's good
Yeah.
looking.
I'm here for the writing and the characters and the character development, and Marvel has that department.
All right.
Then he killed
Movie-wise.
Superman. He killed Captain America in the second movie.
Captain America has yet to die. He is still alive and
Well,
well.
they
Can we
did,
get to the Doritos
they-
now?
they did him
Over
dirty
this-
in the
over this.
Captain
In that
America.
game.
Captain America would have never went back in time just for some.
No, that was odd. I do agree
And
with
then
that.
come back as old. Nope. That's why you sign him back. Like, hey, we gotta get rid of that. That was
Well,
bad.
that's why Wonder Woman fell in love.
Yeah.
You gotta
Well,
balance it
don't,
out.
don't
Yes.
jump too far ahead with Marvel wouldn't kill somebody and bring him back because you don't think Robert Downey Jr. is coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, he already said he would.
He's coming
because-
back.
because
Good.
Doctor Doolittle did nothing.
Yeah, and
glad
that
he's
other
coming
movie
back.
he made. Like,
Because he
Dumbo?
doesn't die in the comics and he never
Oh.
should have died. And I was
It
was in
furious
Dumbo.
as I was
Yeah.
bawling my eyes out. I was also furious because
I
he
like
doesn't
that
die.
meme. I like that meme where it's just like the whole time Doctor Strange is saying he was just telling to wait one more second because Captain Marvel was going to save the day, and this asshole offs himself.
And Doctor Strange like hates him, so he's probably like, oh well, it's fine because he
He's
doesn't
like-
like him.
He's like, wait 1 second, Marvel, and then Tony Stark's like, I think he told me, Dad, and he's like, she's right there. the Superman of our universe is right there.
Yeah,
Oh, I
and
thought he
Captain America, don't use the time stone to go back and save Iron Man or anything.
Yeah.
And that's probably how he comes
Go-
back.
go back to
using
get
the
some
time stone.
pussy.
And I'm gonna be so happy.
Didn't we talk about
because I
great
love-
writing a couple seconds
I
ago?
love-
I mean that was I did not I hated that Captain America part at the end of the game. I thought
Yeah.
it was great except for that. That was horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
I
little
saw it.
weird, but
I don't think
isn't
I saw
that isn't that a timeline? Isn't that a story in the comics somewhere? He does go back
I'm sure he goes back, but like
and then he comes back.
I
and
just
then
wish in
Winter
some Marvel
Soldier takes
movies-
over.
like instead of writing him off, you could just be like, yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go form a new Avengers team or something.
I just wish in Marvel movies they took the villains more seriously.
Some of the villains ain't the best. That's
They're
one of
not.
the things that
Well,
lack.
that's the problem. The villains are not that good,
Yeah.
and then you don't treat them as if they're powerful. And then when you finally get a powerful villain, you don't treat that one seriously either till the end. Like they cater too much to the young crowd. And they have to make what are those jokes? And oh, I made a
Yeah.
fart joke.
I mean,
and
but
it's just like
that's,
the world's about to fucking end, you idiots.
that's what
Like,
it is.
They
you
just
know?
they just look super
unless it's like
unprepared.
Punisher. you
Yeah.
know?
Like some
I like the balance of. So.
yeah, like the airport scene. They're all fighting, but the
Mhm.
whole time they're fighting, they're like, haha, good punch. It's like
I mean, but that's
But that's what they do in the comics too. Like that's who Spider-Man is. He
the
jokes around
the
a
airport
lot.
scene in Civil War, someone legit dies, and it causes even worse war. They weren't hugging
I
and
fell
kissing
asleep
each
during
other.
Civil War.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, so I thought
I
Civil
mean,
War was
I
I
really
literally
literally
good.
saying,
slept, I
but-
slept right through the
So my
big
problem
fight
is
scene
I
at
read the
end.
Civil War comic, like the graphic
Yeah,
novel,
it's a little bit different.
and then
yeah.
I went and watched the movie, and I was like, they're not taking this fucking seriously at all. Like I was seriously disappointed.
I slept through the whole fight scene. That's the one at the end where they have
I
like
just-
Still really
a little
good,
bit of Black
though.
Like
Panther,
even,
right?
really
even when he
good.
snapped and half the
We were
characters
in the-
disappeared, like everyone's like, it was so
Tim
sad. I'm
woke
like,
me
you
up
really
when I
think they're
was
gone?
sleeping.
I didn't think it was that sad. No, because I know comics and everyone comes back.
Exactly. Well, same thing with Superman. When he died, I was like, oh, we're gonna get the return
Yeah.
of Superman.
I
which
mean,
is, which is
If,
a
if
cool,
Iron Man snapped
which is a
in
cool-
Iron Man 2, I'd be awful pissed off.
yeah,
I bawled my eyes out during
I
that
see.
scene. What are you talking about?
I didn't.
yeah. We all
I
know they're
mean,
coming back.
Of
Yeah.
course, you know that they're coming back, but it's still really sad and heartbreaking.
Well, maybe they should have taken it more seriously instead of fucking being idiots, and they would have defeated Thanos the first time.
That doesn't happen in the series.
Hey.
It doesn't happen in the
Doctor
series.
Strange,
That's
yeah.
what.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
But
they have to
yeah.
disappear and die. And
So-
you have to
so-
help them.
I just looked at it as it was for me,
So what are
Batman's
we talking about?
Batman Superman was a mix of the return of the Batman Dark Knight Returns, a mix with the Death of Superman, which is a cool comic, and then we're getting like the Return of Superman mixed with this Justice League movie, and I was like, if they can mix those elements together, I'm cool with it.
But why cram all that into 3 movies when you?
Well, I
possibly
mean,
get-
they crammed Planet of Hulk
when
into
you
Thor
get 8
Ragnarok,
or
and it
9.
worked.
yeah, but that's, only
they
2
crammed-
that's
they-
only 2 stories. Why take 7 and put them all into 1 when you could make 8 movies that make money?
Yeah.
Because I think DC is very
I know
Has
they
to
want to
pull the
catch
trigger.
up and have the thing, but like,
yeah.
take your time. I think
I
what they
agree,
should
take
do,
your
even
time.
if the actors want to stay,
Well, the problem is that
start over.
the DC
same
executives,
actors, if they wanna do it.
DC hired a guy that was willing to make a universe, but then wanted a universe to match their competitor's universe,
Yeah.
and the fan bases aren't the same.
I would say it's probably true. Yeah.
No. A comic
If
fan,
Batman
a comic
came in-
fan will watch any comic movie.
I understand, but if Batman came in and made a fucking fart joke or
Yeah,
a
but
joke,
Batman doesn't do that.
That's not
Exactly.
true to
Punisher
Batman.
doesn't do that.
No, but
Punisher's
Wait.
Marvel.
We'll see.
Spider-Man joke.
Punisher the series, the movies.
Yeah.
yeah,
see.
Punisher movies are. We'll see now that. I mean,
he's-
I have more hope now
Yeah.
because they're letting Deadpool be rated R.
Yeah. Well, but Deadpool's all jokes.
So
It's
if,
kind of
if
bad
we
example.
see like Punisher in the next Avengers
Like
line,
Wolverine's not gonna be cracking wise. I mean, maybe here and there.
Yeah.
we'll
only
see.
every
We'll
once in
see
a
how he
while.
changes with
You seriously
under
think
the
Wolverine's gonna be like, "Hey guys, I'm Wolverine."
That's not who Wolverine is at all. You have to look at
Comes
the
out with
character.
his
You have to
blades
look at
out,
the
has hot
character.
dogs on
We'll,
them.
we'll
Like,
see how it
what
goes.
were you guys doing?
Yeah.
Did Thanos make a joke?
No, I thought Thanos was done very well.
See,
No, he
I
was
think
Grimace.
I think Thanos is one of the better villains.
Black Panther didn't make a joke.
Well, his people did, which was kind of boring.
Yeah, but there's always
I still think Black Panther's. Well, a lot of people just.
I thought it was
I thought
really
Black
good.
Panther was my favorite Marvel
wow,
movie.
really wow.
Yeah.
I like it, but I thought it was 8, maybe 7.5.
It was the first. It was
I'd
the
agree
first
with that.
villain besides Thanos I watched that I was like, oh, I feel like the villain has a shot here.
I liked it, but I feel like it was too Star Wars for me.
Okay.
Star Wars?
Yeah,
Oh,
they,
because
why.
of-
they
yeah.
got the
I see
rights
why.
shortly before or shortly after or whatever.
They
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
And it was like, let's throw all of our Star Wars universe assets into this movie.
Yeah, like watching
I can see that.
watching Ultron. I was super excited. You guys,
Ultron was a little boring.
I was so excited for Ultron because he's such a cool character. And then like talking about staying true to the character, they fucking just he was a punk. Not one time in that movie that I think he ever had the upper hand. I was bored. I was like, this is fucking stupid.
that was a bad movie though.
Like every Iron Man villain was like, eh.
The Iron Man villains were stupid. I the only one I like is Ironmonger, but I don't like when they're the same as the hero.
Captain America's best villain, like the Winter Soldier movie. I was like, it didn't, and everyone loved it. I did nothing for me.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best comic book movies around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Captain
Winter
America is
Soldier.
very good.
Yeah, I watched it. Did nothing. I enjoyed Black Panther more. I thought him and Killmonger were a great combination.
See, I don't like Killmonger because they have the same power. So I was like, well, he's gonna assume they're the same.
Well, I mean, Captain America and Winter
I
Soldier are in the same
well,
boat.
at least he's shooting guns and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit his robotic arm.
Yeah.
I don't like when they have the same. It's like if Spider-Man fights clone Spider-Man. I don't care.
I also really
Logan
like
fighting Logan.
Yeah, I hate. It.
I love the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, that was a pretty good movie, but still,
I think Guardians surprised people because it gave them something they were expecting.
yeah, I
and,
didn't.
and nobody really knew.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
I
Guardians
didn't know.
going in.
I didn't know Guardians. Now I learned.
But
a lot.
Guardians 2,
not
was
as
great.
good as one.
Whole thing.
Equal. I think they're about equal.
I don't-
To be
I
I
honest.
thought one was way.
one was 100%.
I like
Baby
one.
Man,
I didn't
Baby
see all the
Groot.
second one.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I mean, making a character baby doesn't do it for me.
What?
It doesn't make the movie better.
It doesn't
It's
make
cool,
the movie better.
but
but,
yeah.
I
yeah.
can't even talk to you right now.
I mean, it's because you sucked into the Mandalorian.
You can put a cool.
Love
It's
the
still shit.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, Baby Yoda.
Hey,
Yeah, but also Mando.
Are you gonna watch next season with no Baby Yoda?
I'm gonna watch everything Star Wars all the time.
I think a lot of people will
You
fall
talk
off.
I think a lot of people are
Yeah.
gonna check out of the Mandalorian.
It's
next
still a
season.
great show, but I do believe
They're not true Star Wars fans, and
I
they
agree.
couldn't get.
They're
Well,
gonna bring
They
it
jumped
back.
on the train for
They're gonna
Baby
bring
Yoda.
Baby Yoda back.
They're gonna bring
Guarantee
Baby.
it.
Ch-
They're
Would
gonna
love
have a little
that too.
daycare. Did we talk about that? Little daycare
Yeah.
with them?
It's what people need to understand, and I know we're not talking about Star Wars, but I just need to say this: it is not about Baby Yoda as much as I love little Grogu. It's not about him; it's about Mando and Mando's journey. That was a chapter in Mando's
What
life.
about The Walking Dead?
I didn't finish it yet.
Remember when people were like, I love Daryl? I'm like, it's not about Daryl.
It's not.
about
It's about
Rick.
Rick. And Rick is my favorite.
I think Daryl should die, and everyone's like, you're a fucking monster.
I wouldn't want to see Daryl die. Daryl's a great character, but it's about Rick and Carl.
Yeah, but
and
they
the minute you
made
got-
the show about Daryl.
and that
Yeah.
pissed me off because it's not about them.
Yeah.
The minute Rick and Carl were taken out, that's actually when I lost interest and why I'm so far behind.
Carl's dad's a fucking scumbag. The Carl's real dad in life, like the kid who played Carl.
Oh, I did. Yeah,
That's why he was
I
kicked off the show.
Okay, yeah, I, know what
I
you're
said
talking
to
about.
people, I said, once Rick leaves that show's going down. It's all downhill. It's gonna end. No, it's not.
Rick
It's
is
gonna
my
be good forever.
favorite.
I'm not
Okay.
caught up at all.
Yeah,
I watched 2
Um,
episodes. It's not
When they went into the last couple seasons, they're like, here's where we are in the comics. Here's where we are on the TV. How would Daryl react? And I'm like, if that's the way you're writing the show, I'm out.
and how the comics done too.
yeah, the comics done too.
I heard
yeah.
that Kirkman made a really good superhero comic.
Yeah, it's
too.
called Invincible. It's getting a show on Amazon Prime or HBO.
Really?
Cartoon.
I heard it's
think.
a really good
It's
superhero
awesome.
take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, Patreon, we were going to give you a Wonder Woman thing, and then we riffed and ranted, which is exactly what I wanted. So,
Okay, so finally,
yeah.
before we end it,
Well, wait,
Every-
We have other,
thing.
yeah,
oh,
I
yeah,
have my
yeah.
little thing.
but before we
Real
do-
quick, yeah. Well,
Okay.
7.5.
okay, I say 6.5.
Oh, I'm not good at rating.
You have the rating. Just yes,
so,
no.
So you say no rating?
Would you watch it again? Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's not unwatchable.
No,
No, it's
No.
good.
no, it's not Catwoman.
I yeah.
no,
It's
it's really
I
bad.
think it was a nice
Berry's
it was a nice
horrible.
break to not have a year full of superhero movies.
Yeah, we don't
I
need
liked
too
it.
many.
I liked-
I was getting burnout like when Thor 3 came out. I was
There's too many. I
Oh,
can't
that-
keep. I,
There's-
can't
I need a
Ragnarok.
break.
There's still so many movies
Ragnarok's my
I
favorite.
didn't
Yeah.
see like
I
multiple.
haven't
of
seen
them.
Ragnarok.
Oh,
I
it's
haven't
the
seen
best
Ant-Man
one.
3. I
I didn't
haven't
see-
seen Doctor Strange.
I-
It was
I
too
didn't-
many.
I didn't see Ant-Man
Doctor
2.
Strange is
It
good.
was too fucking many.
Ant-Man Wasp.
Oh my
I didn't watch
God.
Spider-Man Far From Home. I didn't watch.
Oh, they're all
And, like,
good.
the
You guys
animated
gotta
one?
get on that.
What was the
I didn't
animated
see Far
one?
From Home either.
The
Oh,
animated
Into the
Miles
Spider-Verse.
Morales?
That was
the
yeah,
Spider-Verse.
that's
That was
excellent.
good.
Yeah,
That was good. I liked that.
everybody needs to watch Thor 3 now. If
Thor
you have,
3 was good.
yeah, Ragnarok's the best one. Besides Star,
But that's
besides,
like there were so many coming out. That
Everyone told me it was the funniest movie they've ever seen. I was like,
It
I don't
is.
want to watch Thor Hulk fight and be entertained by laughter.
I didn't really see it, so I can't. See
Yeah,
I like the comedy moment though, where he thinks he's gonna die. and
yes,
Hulk crashes through. And he's like, I know him. He's a guy from work.
so funny.
Because if I remember correctly, there was a kid on set that day. I think it was like a Make-A-Wish thing. He was the one who said that line, and they used it in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really sweet. Yeah,
Warming.
I don't know. I didn't see the movie.
Yeah,
It's the best
I have to
one.
watch it, but
it's so funny.
like I think
just
I
so
think to
many,
find
I
the Hulk and
can't
it's like once
follow
again
it.
a comic that like I love the Marvel comics, but when they try to translate them into movies, it doesn't hit the same for me.
So for some reason, they can't make a whole
think-
solo movie because of rights.
the rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
Um,
He
weird.
has to be stuck in somebody else's movie.
I'm
I don't
sure
really
they'll,
like
they'll
Hulk, so.
eventually get that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
why wouldn't they?
Do you think they'll go like so? I'm not saying every Marvel movie needs to be dark and gritty and stuff,
I
but like,
think you are because
but
I like
I just
DC.
want them to be taken a little more serious. Like like when a character die, like when something I want it to mean something. Like
Yeah.
you don't like a lot of times in the Marvel movies, you're like, I'm not gonna get invested in this because I know it's coming back. You know what I mean? Like I'm not really worried about it. Like Iron Man died, I was like,
That
you really think Iron Man's dead?
well, for a while,
I thought- I
he
was
was
like-
saying he wasn't coming
I
back.
thought
I
he'd
didn't believe
be in
him.
the end credits. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So
It's just like
His-
it's not. I'm not like Superman. Like listen, the way Superman died, going
He's
into
coming
that,
back.
going
that's
into
okay.
that, going into that Doomsday fight, I knew he was dying in that movie.
yeah.
I went in like when they said Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman versus Doomsday, I was like, without even seeing it, that motherfucker's dying. You know what I mean? Going into it, I was aware, I was prepared to that. And then you go into Endgame, you're like, they're gonna probably kill either Captain America.
Yeah.
You're going in saying Captain America or Iron Man's dying, but
I
it was
didn't
more or
think
less
so.
like, but why?
Yeah. Why? That's
Why?
what I thought. You don't
Why
have
do
to
they
kill
have to
either
die?
of them.
Yes, because they don't die in the
Even,
original.
even
Yeah.
if he
Yeah.
they not do movies, then just write them off. Write them off without.
If
killing
you were gonna kill somebody in a movie,
I'm
you should've-
going to China. to
You
start-
should have killed him during Civil War.
Okay, yeah, maybe that would have made it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Iron
but they
Man,
didn't want out then.
Yeah.
Iron Man,
Nobody
Iron
dies
Man,
in that either. I
Iron
don't
Man or
think.
Captain America should have, not saying that one of those characters,
Yeah.
but one of the people on one of their teams should have been killed.
Or you know what you
War
do?
Machine should have died because the person who dies, and it wasn't it the fake Thor that dies, the clone
Who's-
Thor,
What for Civil War?
Civil War in the
Yeah,
comics.
because they had that robot Thor or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And then he kills somebody, but it was like it wasn't a major character, but it was enough to be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
one of our own is dead because of on the hands of one of us. And then it was
Punisher shoots Jacqueline right in the head.
Yeah, and then it was one of those situations in the comic where it's like, do we really want to kill each other over this?
Yeah.
And then it really drew the lines of who wants to be on what side, and it made the Civil War more impactful.
Mhm.
In the movie, it seemed like Captain America and Iron Man were fighting for blood, and the rest of them were kind of like, we're still friends. We'll pretend to
It
fight
was,
for these.
that was a
scumbags."
lot to jam into one movie too.
Yeah, but it didn't like reading that comic and putting that in your headline title is what kind of was like, meh. Like
Yeah.
it that's where it didn't land for me. But
I think
like,
Civil War could have been its own 2-part movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. There's a lot of comic books.
but
in
with
that.
Wonder Woman, I feel like with this one, just kind of tying up and we'll get out of here. With the Wonder Woman, I think it was good, but I think like obviously Wonder Woman 3 is going to happen, but this movie is not going to lead you further into the DC universe or
No.
get you excited for something new.
It's a standalone. Thing.
It is. It's really a standalone thing.
Mhm.
Like you're like, cool. You know, the end credit with Linda Carter's like,
Yeah.
cool.
That's
But you're
cool.
like,
Yeah.
are we going to get that? Like
No.
now DC universe, they're trying to do this thing where the whole DC universe is together. So you're like, is Linda Carter, is 66 Wonder Woman and this Wonder Woman different universes?
No,
She's
yeah,
like, no, I play
yeah,
a different character.
Yeah,
You're like, then what the fuck are we bringing Keaton back for in the next movie? You know what I mean? Like,
They're all over the
it's
place.
its own thing.
yeah,
At this point, you just have to start over. Even if you use the same actors, you just have to start
Yeah.
like you have a crisis.
David Sandberg, I hear, is open for hire.
I will say this. I said I am really excited to see that DC is going to make movies that aren't part of a universe. Where they're going to have some standalones here and there,
Like Black Adam.
like the Joker's a standalone. Black Adam will be a standalone. This new Batman, where
Yeah.
Robert Patterson is his own standalone.
Shazam was
I
kind
kind of want to
standalone.
see those be more.
Well,
like
Shazam
more
was supposed to be
Aquaman
part of it.
and Superman show up.
Yeah, it's like it's in it,
technically.
but it's
Yeah.
not. But it is. You know, it's like
Yeah.
one of them things.
I would like
I
to
like
see. I would like to see Shazam part of in the Justice League at some
Yeah,
point.
but too. But it can't be that dark
No,
because Shazam movie was so light, and I don't want that to lose.
I don't think Shazam is dark.
when Shazam meets Black Adam, he's going to have to go to a place he didn't go before.
Sure. I hope it's David F. Sandberg that does it though, because he's the horror director.
Yes,
So he knows a nice
So-
balance between it's still a kid
yes. So
in a superpower body, but
yes,
let's
but
make it
even at some point, Billy realizes he needs to go to a deeper place to be a better hero.
sure.
So I understand where things have to stay. Has to stay light. This has to stay light. But when you come across and you want an adult or someone to take it seriously, your character needs to go to a place it's never been before to get to that next level.
Sure.
It can't be like da 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 da, bing, I win. You know what I mean?
Obviously
Like
not.
at some point it needs to hit a point where this character has to make a tough decision.
They need to stay true to their character.
Yes.
It can't
Yes.
just be I guess that's my point. It can't
Yeah.
just be we're gonna make these movies and this is the umbrella we're living under.
Everything's
They
gritty,
all
yeah.
have personalities. They all have each individual things.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So that's I guess more of
Yeah.
what
Right.
I'm trying to
If you would like dark in Marvel, you would probably want to stay with Punisher, Daredevil, things like
X-Men.
that. X-Men, yes.
X-Men better not be bubblegum,
X-Men's not really
X-Men's gonna
bubblegum.
be exactly like Avengers.
Yes.
which
But
I'm
you're
worried.
gonna get like
That's what I'm saying.
I
If
don't
they-
mind. I don't mind.
If they bring Wolverine into that universe
Wolverine's
or,
very
or
gritty.
recast a
Wolverine's
new
gonna be-
Wolverine,
Yeah, they have to
They have to.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
Hugh
he's done
Jackman's
anyway.
done.
Yeah.
So-
I want if I want just please give me the X-Men and their fucking like why can't we put fucking people in suits?
They're gonna have suits.
Yeah.
Please be like Hawkeye.
gonna have
Put
suits.
fucking
Yeah.
Hawkeye
Yeah,
in the
I
suit.
want Hawkeye to have a suit. The
Yeah,
X-Men
like
will definitely have. They might not be as bright, but they're gonna have them.
Yeah,
yeah,
they
like,
better have fucking suits.
I don't think
I think
X-Men's
they
like it at
know,
all.
like-
That's my favorite.
Mhm.
I'm very
we better give them
invested
the
in
yellow and blue
X-Men.
suits.
Because it's derived on a very dark part of our history.
Yeah,
You know?
Mhm.
X-Men's
So-
my favorite.
I mean, it
I'm very
might have a
invested
little
in
bit
that. I think it'll be fine.
Darker than Spider-Man, but I mean, I don't,
Spider-Man is
Well,
not
the-
meant to be dark.
Yeah.
So like when you see Peter Parker,
Uh,
no, he's not dark. He's not.
He
Wait,
watched his
when
uncle
Gwen
die.
Stacy dies, you know.
Yeah, he's sad
Him,
and things, but he's
like-
not like dark. He's not like Batman. He's not.
He's
like
not dark,
Punisher,
but he's
not
been
like
through dark
Daredevil.
moments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's not a gritty, brooding hero.
No,
Yeah, so you
he's
have to
not.
get
He's
the-
lighthearted. He makes jokes.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
even when he cracks jokes, when a villain comes across to him that he now no longer needs to make their jokes, he
Like,
needs to get
When
serious.
Carnage comes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Though, but that that's what I haven't seen Homecoming, so I
Yeah,
haven't
I
seen when he
haven't,
was
yeah.
tested
It's
by
good.
like
Mysterio,
He,
which
he
is
freaks
not,
out.
yeah.
Mysterio's not the most scary
Yeah.
villain.
I
So it's
think-
not Carnage.
I
There-
think Peter Parker does like a good job of staying like balanced, like really funny, and then being serious when he needs to be.
Mhm.
I think he does. I don't think he's like too like bubblegummy, to use your terms,
Yeah.
but he's not going to be dark and gritty and serious all the time
He shouldn't be.
because
Yeah.
he's a balanced
No.
character. And I,
No.
But I sure can be.
Yeah.
And Daredevil kind of can be.
yeah,
too.
I don't
Mhm.
think
I like
Daredevil's
when they
no.
give Daredevil a couple light moments. So when Matt Murdock gets a girlfriend or something.
Yeah.
He is very dry
You
humor.
gotta give the guy some
Humor,
breaks
yeah.
here.
Yeah, he's very dry humor. Daredevil.
And like
And-
when Moon Knight, that's gonna be kind of dark too.
Mm.
I don't know much about Moon Knight, so I can't
He's-
speak to
he has
that.
multiple
He's Batman.
personalities.
He's
He's
Batman
insane.
with personality disorder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What personality disorder?
multiple,
Name him.
multiple. He has.
He has
Oh.
multiple people living
Yeah.
with him.
Oh, okay.
He's
That
a
would be very
psycho.
interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Oscar Poe's playing him,
Yeah.
so
I think the first
it's
one
gonna be
is
great.
She-Hulk.
Oscar Isaac.
Marvel. I think.
Yeah.
I forget. I've seen a calendar.
They're all TV
Oscar,
shows,
Oscar
right?
Isaac,
Yeah,
I mean,
and some
sorry.
are
Oscar
10
Isaac.
episodes, some are 8.
I think the
Oh, the
TV
cartoons first. Well, What If? That should be good.
Yeah.
Oh, that will look real good.
I like the TV shows more. I think the TV shows on the network are better.
Sometimes you get one on a TV show.
Yeah.
I like them because I don't know the comics. So like the show, I feel like gives me more than the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
I'm
that
not trying to
honestly,
box it in.
I would be cool
Right.
with like give me a season or 2 of She-Hulk and then make a movie.
Yeah, I'll be
I mean,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
it gets all the origin stuff out of the way,
Yeah.
and like you can really dive into it and all that stuff, and then just throw her in a movie.
Yep.
And then the movie
Yeah.
doesn't have to be through.
And the movie,
Right.
and the movie
Yeah.
leads into season 3 of the next show.
Sure.
Please no 3 hour long. Like when the ultimate battle happens, that could be 3 hours.
Yeah.
Other than that, give us an hour and a half.
I would like to see more of the Justice League characters be broken off into TV shows, like a Green Lantern
Yeah.
TV show, a Batman
Mhm.
TV show. Like, but the problem is you're going to have to probably recast because you're not going to get Henry Cavill to shoot
Mm.
Yeah.
a,
If you,
a,
a show, yeah.
a show on top of him shooting another show.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends his paycheck.
Unless
Huh?
that's it.
Depends on his paycheck.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Mm.
It's TV. Just from what I'm learning from like listening to the Office podcast and what it goes into being like when you're kind of in a major role TV sitcom show, you're dedicated to that.
That's kind of all you want to
Okay.
do. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're getting them paid the money, and
Yeah.
It's a long
I
term
don't
gig.
want to be doing.
I
more
get
than one
that.
thing.
But also, I mean, it's a movie and a TV show.
Mhm.
But Michael J. Fox shot that TV show, and then right after that, like he would film during the day, or it might be the reverse, and then at night went to go film Back to the Future.
Yes. Well, Michael J. Fox didn't have to transform his body like these superheroes are going to have to either.
No, but I'm just saying, like, people have done it,
Absolutely.
and like,
But
you
what I'm
can
saying is it's a
do
different role
off-season
to take
flip
on a
off.
superhero.
sure,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing right now though.
Who?
What's this other show?
Witcher.
He's doing The Witcher.
Yeah, I love
But
The
you
Witcher. It's
Can't
very
be in
good.
shape
But
to be a witch.
I don't know how in
Yeah.
depth The Witcher is or where their shooting locations are. If they're shooting in like fucking
New Zealand.
New
Okay.
Zealand, and then he has to like take 9 months of his life to go shoot The Witcher, and then he has to take another 8 months to do a Superman TV show or movie.
Okay.
He's gonna have to put time in there for his family, and he probably won't want to do both.
They had to take a break in shooting.
Especially if The
There was,
Witcher is paying him
COVID.
enough money
Yeah, but he doesn't have to.
where he doesn't have to do the Superman again.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how much you care about Superman.
And also, he injured himself on set
On Witcher,
with The Witcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like
yeah,
a little bit of a
it all
break.
depends on the actor, what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
Like,
if
if
seems-
they're
he's
getting paid,
passionate enough about it,
if
he
it works
would do
out
it.
with schedules.
Yeah.
he said he was done with Superman, and then when the Snyder cut came back out, and he pretty much said, "I will sign another 4-year deal with to play Superman." Is if if Snyder's involved, and they didn't announce Snyder, but he took a 4-year deal. So a lot of people are speculating that this thing is pretty much saying that Snyder may be coming back, but they're just waiting to see how the thing goes. And even Batman said, I'm still on the hook for 3 more movies if he's my director.
Ben
or if he's
Affleck?
yeah,
I love him.
because he
Can't
still
get out
has,
of that contract.
Sure you can.
You got to pay a lot of fucking money to get out of that contract.
Ben
he'll-
Affleck's got it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get that.
None of these actors are struggling.
Yeah, but they also don't like giving up money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because guess what? You
I
have
mean-
all that money. Where is it? I bet you any money. It's in the house. It's in the car.
Yeah,
It's in the
'cause
actually 17
yeah,
cars.
well,
the
depends.
helicopter.
Depends on the
Uh,
person.
lack
Yeah,
of
we
health
think they make
insurance.
lots of money, but let's dumb it down for our level, right?
Yeah.
If I give you $100 to do a job, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't do it, and I say I need 75 back.
But-
You don't want to give that
But
back, right?
What if that job you did pays you this much money in royalties every single year that the movie is shown on any single platform?
Yeah, but
lot of
they're
these-
getting that no matter what.
Exactly. So a lot of these actors can turn those roles down because they're banking another $30,000-$40,000 a
Yeah, but-
month on royalties of movies they shot 10 years ago.
Sure.
Yeah, I know, but I know what I'm saying is, let's say you got paid from jobs from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Still, you got to dumb it down for people that can understand. Like,
Absolutely.
yes, when you have $5 million, giving away $1 million doesn't sound like a lot. But if you dumb it down to $500,
Mhm.
do you want to give someone 100?
Yeah.
No.
And those things that you like them getting money for movies being
And
shown
a lot,
stuff,
real quick, a lot of
may
these
get
contracts too
stripped.
will say
Mm.
you get $100 million for every Batman movie you do, and we'll sign you up for 5 of them. But if you back out of this contract, you owe us 20. So you may
Yeah.
not are 15. So you're not going to get the 100 for the 3 movies you didn't do. But if your early back out fee is probably $5 million. So they're probably like, here's your 5, I'm out of here.
Maybe it all depends on the contract.
They're not using
Yeah.
the full.
Yeah.
But a lot of these agents are going to be smart enough to say if the person wants out, they can get them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
but they're going to make it ironclad enough that the studio can't force them out.
Yes.
It's going to be a two-way street of these are the terms we both came together on, so that neither of us screw each other.
The best way to describe it is Ray Fisher wanted to be part of DC.
Mhm.
He's no longer. The guy playing Flash, he's like, I'm still doing every Flash movie you want me to do because he needs the work.
Yeah.
but he
he's
sees that
not
it's a
super
gravy
big.
train.
Yeah,
you know?
and then
Yeah.
you're Gal Gadot. I'm staying as Wonder Woman. Your Ben Afflecks and your Henry Cavills are like, go fuck yourself. Well, and they also realize I'm also playing Batman and Superman
Yeah.
in your universe.
I
I have a little
I
more
think
leverage.
Gal Gadot could go do other movies.
I agree.
Successful.
Yeah.
But I think she's
Yeah.
into the Wonder Woman. I think.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing too. If I guarantee, if you strip away the director, the person she's the
Patty Jenkins, yeah,
the-
that she really likes, yeah.
yes, she'll dip. If DC does her director dirty
Mhm.
and says you're out of here, I guarantee you lose Gal Gadot.
Yeah. she'll be
Probably.
rolling out.
But what if Patty Jenkins died?
Well, dying is one thing, but if they did her the same way they did Zack Snyder,
Yeah. I mean-
she has loyalty to that person,
That happens.
and that's pretty much what happened with that.
I
Series.
don't really. You can have loyalty, but at the end of the day, it's still business. You got to make
Yeah.
money.
And she realizes, listen, maybe I'll never don the Wonder Woman again, but I think people are gonna want me. So at other places.
That's true. Yeah.
Sure.
I think
Yeah.
she's the perfect
I don't
Wonder
know.
Woman.
If Marvel came to me and said, "Hey, you want to be Gambit?" I don't give a shit what movie I'm in. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit the story. I'll say this sucks. I'm still Gambit.
Yeah.
I'm
But if
still
you
Gambit.
also
Right.
made
Money.
100 movies
Making
before
money.
that where you made 100 million,
then maybe I have
Yeah.
some say, "Hey,"
and you're like,
good
here's
story.
Gambit. The script is horrible. You're
But
like,
but if
"Fuck
I
that."
signed on to do the job.
Right.
Like,
That's like
Channing Tatum
yeah,
signed on to be Gambit.
back.
I'm
But
good.
he was bad, terrible choice anyway. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
if use me terrible, I signed on, so I know what's
Right.
coming.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Can't really complain.
Don't get me wrong. I love.
If you
Zack
don't want to
Snyder.
do it, don't sign up.
What's that?
I don't get me wrong. I love Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Like as a director and stuff. I mean, personally, I worked under him. I
Mhm.
got to meet him on set and all that kind of stuff. So it's shitty what happened to him.
Yeah.
But it's a contract at the end of
Mhm.
the day. Like it's a really tough line to like walk when it comes to do I leave, do I not? Like
It just shows the integrity of the actors underneath them.
sure.
Yeah.
And
Why even couldn't DC say, "All right, well, let's pause Justice League until we're
Right.
Because they didn't want the film he was making. They kept begging him to not make that film, and he's like, "This is my vision. This is what this is what I'm making."
Well, see, it makes it different because it really who's paying the bills? Zack Snyder's not paying the bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whoever's paying the bills
Mhm.
has a say. If he's going directly against orders, that's a problem. At the
Yeah,
end of the day.
but you hired him to make the movie that he
Sure.
presented to you.
And that's fine. But if we gave you $100 million to make this movie and we don't like it anymore, or
That's-
it's not testing
That's
well,
what makes this Justice League Snyder cut super interesting because it's going to really boil down to were the producers right or was Zack Snyder right?
But still, it could still be good, but they didn't want that.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying his cut's going to be bad,
Mhm.
but I don't necessarily
Well,
think
we
it's
already
gonna
seen
do anything.
we already seen what DC wanted. and it didn't do very well.
No, not really.
That Justice League was a dog shit movie.
Yeah, I still have to
So
finish
now
it.
we'll see the version that we were supposed to get. We'll see if DC was right or Zack Snyder was right.
But what if this sucks too?
Well, then DC needs to reestablish
Then
themselves.
they both suck.
Yeah.
They both suck.
I
For
I
different
have
reasons.
I feel going into it. I don't think
No.
it will, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I can't see it being a drastic difference. A little bit better.
It's a completely different story.
Yeah, but it's still like the same. It's the same. But you can't just totally say, okay, now they're fighting Galactus. I know it's Marvel.
They're
character,
fight. So the whole
You
movie
know what
where
I'm
they're
saying?
fighting Steppenwolf,
but- Yeah.
that's a quarter of the movie. Yeah.
That's a quarter of the movie. Ugh.
I will say this. I would say
if
don't
2
go.
hours is a quarter of the movie, I'm out.
I will say
That's
this.
too
I
much.
wouldn't go into this movie expecting nonstop action from front to beginning. I think you're going to see a lot of mixed match. I think it's going to read like a comic book where kind of like Batman Superman, where you're going to be here and then you flip the page and you're like, did I skip pages? What's going on? Like that's kind of his style of directing.
I hate that all
Yeah.
over style.
If you're not a fan of Snyder's films, you're probably not going to be a.
I thought 300 was good.
I like
Oh, I
300.
love
I like
300.
Watchmen. I like
Watchmen's very good.
Sin
Watchmen.
City.
Why
I
couldn't he
hated
did that
Sin
with
City.
Batman? So
Yeah.
Watchmen was awesome.
Sin City bounced around.
I hated it
That's
so
what
much.
Sin City was because there's
Oh,
so
I
many
liked
characters and they went this character,
That's-
this character.
So I would expect Sin
But
City.
their
Justice
characters
League.
in the comic never got together to make one unit.
It's so the movie Crash when everyone in the movie is telling their own story and at the end their stories all connect. That's kind of what I would expect him to
Okay,
put
yeah,
together.
I
I'd
don't
be
know.
okay with that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Didn't like Sin City.
the Justice League has to come together.
Yeah.
They can't be like Flash doing this, Aquaman's doing this, Superman's doing this, and at the end, oh yeah, we're the Justice League.
Constantine's in this, right?
Then just make 4 of my.
No,
Oh,
no. Unfortunately, supposedly Nick that they're trying to get
That guy back.
They're
Yeah.
trying to get me.
no, they're trying.
Nikolai's
That's a
gonna be
lie.
Constantine.
No, they're trying to
Ooh.
get Keanu Reeves back.
I thought he definitely.
That was
signed.
okay, but that guy on the TV show's way better.
I agree.
Matt Ryan is a
haven't
million
finished it.
times better, and I love Keanu Reeves so much.
All right,
Me
let's wrap this
too.
up. So I think what happened was,
Agree.
yeah,
We have to give our ratings yet.
yeah. I just want to say, I think what we're gonna have to do is pull this file off of YouTube and then put it physically on
Wait, do you have
Patreon.
it set it as unlisted or private?
private, and then I sent the link.
Unlisted.
I don't know how it works.
Unlisted.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you need to switch it to unlisted, and then whoever has the link will have it. If you send private, it'll just look like a blank thing to anybody until you make it available.
When Glad
Let's see if it works.
with the thing.
Now that we're done.
Well, no,
I'm glad we figured it out an hour and
I
22
do
minutes
stuff
in.
for like Damien Street Team things where I have to do that all the time. So I post it on our page and have to send it to the other admins. So through long
So not
hours
private,
of
unlisted.
frustrating,
Why didn't you say that earlier, Nikolai?
because I didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know it was on YouTube.
This fucking guy.
Sorry, internet. Didn't know what platform.
What's your rating? What's
Yeah,
your
I was
rating?
gonna say, what's your guys' rating?
I agree with Tony, like 7.5 type
Yeah.
thing. Because I thought there was like a balance of things where there were light moments and stuff where it was
Yeah.
like, oh, you know, she's a person. It's not I'm the destruction of everything and rain clouds and yada yada. But then
Yada
there were
yada
those-
yada yada yada.
there was action moment type things that I enjoyed. So I don't know. But I went into it also thinking that it was going to be absolutely horrible from what people said.
Nice.
Okay.
It's
I-
working now. Thank you, Nikolai. Yeah, so we had it set to I had it set to private and not unlisted, so it's working.
Hey, you learn,
Okay,
living and learning.
But hey,
This is our first one.
you have a whole hour and a half of content to look. We had a lot of good debates. Go ahead, Bree.
All right, so I agree. I would say 0.5. I really liked seeing the different sides of Wonder Woman, her like badass side, also her vulnerable human side, and I like the message behind the movie and the bits of humor in it. And I'm going to do my nerdy fashion. It matches the scene. That's why I'm doing it in this instead of the regular show. So Origami Owl does have a DC line. Origami Owl is a jewelry line that has little charms, and they have a whole DC line. I picked my favorite parts of DC. I am more Marvel, as you guys probably learned about me, but I do also enjoy parts of DC in there.
It's never gonna focus. We'll take a picture and put it on
Yeah,
the.
that's probably never gonna focus.
Yeah,
That is really cool.
It's cute.
it
though.
is. They're
We'll take a
cute.
picture and put it on Instagram.
And it's a Superman, Batman, or no, it's
Flash.
Batman,
Flash.
Flash, and Wonder Woman.
Justice League
Yeah,
for the most
yeah,
part.
Yeah.
little trinkets and like a cool little charms and a thing. I don't know. It's hard
Yeah.
to explain. It's cool.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's in mine. But they have more than just that. But my favorites in the DC is like Wonder Woman, Batman, and Flash. Flash TV, Barry Allen Flash. I'm not too big on movie Flash, so that's what I have in mine. You can get little stones that match the colors of Justice League. And orgonmeow.com, or if you know a direct sales consultant that sells it. Heidi knows one in the area. Who do
Yeah.
you know?
Dawn Marie Gross.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of
That's
stuff
a fake
for
name.
my mom. From
Fake
her.
name.
That's her
Yeah.
name.
Oh, your mom sells it as well?
No. Like from Dawn, I bought stuff from her to give to my mom for Christmas
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
like she has Harry Potter ones and stuff.
Yeah.
But a bunch of different ones. They're really
Sweet.
cool though.
Yeah, they're cute. So
Even like the locket that I got her last, it's like that, but it has the round part and then the bottom's a key.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't know, it's just a cool, interesting design.
that is
Cool.
cool. Yeah.
So I once again want to
that.
apologize for you guys watching now. We had it. I had it set improperly. I had it set for private and not unlisted. So you can now it does work. So you can go and watch the replay. I thought it was really good. We did talk Wonder Woman, but there was a lot of banter in between. So if you're into like the nerdy banter, you're gonna love it.
My head is
Debate.
just going back and forth.
Yeah. What do you guys want to see next week? You guys are the like Jen.
What did you want to see this week?
Yeah. What?
That you didn't see?
Yeah. So go back and rewatch. Let us know how bad we did. But we really, 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 truly want to thank you, the Patreon members, Jen, Keith, and Austin. It truly means the world to us. We're definitely going to try to step up our game and make this a better thing and make content for you guys. Yeah, so really excited.
that note.
We're really excited
That
about
one's for
it.
you guys.
If there is a movie, TV show, a person topic you
Some
want us to
type
do
of thing,
privately,
yeah.
you guys pick it. You guys are the Patreon holders. Whatever you want to see next week, tell us. And like I said, you get a private live show. Unfortunately, you didn't get this week because I fucked up. But you will get the next one live. TBI, Tornado Tag will have a live one. Like we'll do something live afterwards.
Watch along or something.
Yeah. We're gonna do a 7:30 start now on Fridays, and then hopefully be done by 9:30, 10 o'clock to start the next one. But we're still like once again we're still getting our bearings. But
Yeah.
I thought a lot of good dialogue happened tonight, like where we just ranted and like it wasn't. It's what makes us good, where we do go off the rails a little bit. But
Well, if everyone said the same thing, it'd be like
it'd be boring.
I thought it was awesome. So did I. Me
I
too.
agree, I
All right,
agree,
next
I
topic.
agree.
So
Mindless.
I really enjoyed tonight. We gave a longer episode on Not Cool in High School, but once again, it's only one episode this month, so we did a little longer. And the bonus one, I only thought was going to be an hour, or not even an hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and here we are, coming up on an hour 27. So thank you guys so much. That'll do it for the Patreon. Is there any special Patreon plugs you guys want to put out there? No,
No.
just thank you guys. Is the
For
big one.
$100, you get sexual favors. What?
Yeah, if you want, if anyone at this table. For $100, you guys can pick anyone at the table, and we'll give you feet pics. That's
Oh
what,
God.
yeah.
Feet pics. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
my
all you're
husband
getting.
will agree with that.
That's all you're getting.
What about Love Your Melons?
Yeah, I love you.
That-
Yeah.
that our ad-
We'll
Yeah,
take a
just
picture of the
melon
melon
melons.
hats over the girls' melons. You don't see nothing. It's all imagination.
No, that was Andy's fake
Oh,
company.
really?
Yeah,
Love Your
remember
Melons.
that?
You could put a hat over your junk.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Fuck Hard Friday thing.
Yeah, the Fuck Hard Friday. So if you guys have any content that you want to see, please tell us. We will work really hard to do it. Like I said, we are thinking of some bonus content with myself and Hyde. I'm sure other people will join us, but it is tough working Monday through Friday, during the week, 40 hours a week, and then
You don't work on
squeezing
Friday, shut up.
Monday through Thursday, but then doing a show Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm already doing the 3 shows, and then try to squeeze in-
Finally get to see you
Yeah, well, maybe not, because I'm going to be squeezing more bonus content in for our Patreon people.
I mean, doing this.
yeah, so she's part of the show, so we can hang out.
Yay.
And let us know how we did.
He says something nice. He's like, fuck.
Oh, Jen's donate 100, so she wants sex
Whoa,
from somebody.
whoa, hey.
I don't know.
She wants some feet pics.
Well, the single people you can choose from are Nikolai, me, Brian, and Tori.
$100
So there you go.
$100. You can have me and Heidi too. We'll throw our names in the ring. Listen,
100 each.
Oh, that's the
Heidi
dual,
is
the
putting up
double
those
package.
boundaries.
yeah, listen, we got bills to pay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, money's money. Do what you got.
yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I love her. Just because someone else touches her boobs, I'm not going to feel no way. We're out of here before this turns into prostitution. We love you guys so much.
Bye, guys.
I hope you guys enjoyed the first Patreon content. Please, feedback is super helpful. If you like it, comment. I am going to be doing more posts on the Patreon, so you guys can see all that content and make some cool posts for you guys. And feel free to post as well. Any feedback is super helpful, and we love you. And we'll see you next time. We're out of here.
Bye, guys.
Ugh.
Cool.
Yours.
Oh,